What's up, everybody? We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I think we got like all the players. They're showing up. They're coming in. We're doing it. It's Tuesday, September 27th, and this is session 25 of Waterdeep Under Siege. And we're just gonna do a quick hello from the players, make sure their mics are working. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm getting the repeats. So what's up, chat? Gorby Doll. It's the only person that's ever in chat this early. And
Did he bail me out on Rob's game Saturday night?
he did, and
Yep.
he's
Yeah.
bailing you
Showed
out
up.
next week too.
Good, good. Thank you, Gorvidal. As usual, much appreciated.
All right, I'm already over here. So last week we left off. You guys had decided to go into the Where At layer and take names and all that kind of crap. Um, Let me give you guys a second to get on the table. I shared the map with you again. And I don't know whose pointer that is, but I'm getting rid of it. It's not letting me.
Purple.
Marcus. Well, I'm purple, but it wouldn't let me delete it without going into it. All right, so you guys made your way down through the tunnel. You've been in here before. You didn't get into the room with the Hydra, though, as far as Delgron remembers. And the Hydra dropped, and I think that was pretty much where we ended, right?
Hmm
Like, all right, that's
We were
it.
just searching.
Yeah, so in this immediate area, there's the wagon, but in the corner there's like bones. Like looks like gnawed bones. You think maybe the Hydra remnants. And in the open cage to the south where the Hydra is, there's, Hydra poop in the corner or whatever, but that's the Hydra cage. So and it looks like there was a two-headed Etten that was the caretaker. He's dead over there. And as you guys start looking around, you hear like commotion coming from the east side of the room uh, on the other side of that door. I think, S, you're close enough to give me a perception check.
Okay.
Well, it's getting hard to hear now. Marley's come swishing over.
Marley
Sashaying
doesn't
over.
swish. He
You
might
would
sashay.
identify the noise as something heavy being moved.
All right. Well, I'm gonna open the door, shoulder it open.
Actually, it is currently locked.
Okay.
It should be
Uh,
de-locked. There we
didn't we
go.
grab some keys out of somebody's hand or something? Was that in
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I gave him to Oreg.
Is Oreg unlocking the doors as we came in?
There was two keys on
And
the
I was
key ring,
closing them behind us as well.
and each key so far has used to open a lock. There was a key for the door here, and then the other key opened the.
Search the Etten. S is gonna
There's like
search
a
the Etten while
There's not a whole
Oreg
lot of
tries to
places
open
to
the door.
hide a key on a net in there.
in front of Marley. There's
His
a
nose ring.
like a murder hole right in front of Marley.
That's what I was going to ask what that is. Yeah. Well, then Marley wouldn't stand there. He would be like,
Well, it's currently closed from the other side too. Like there's a little metal flap on it. But S, you don't think this door would give you a whole lot of trouble bashing down? I mean, I know that's what you originally wanted to do. So
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bash away at it.
yeah, just give me an athletics on it, and we'll see. Yeah. See, I got a crowbar or something.
you've got Bardic Inspiration.
I do have Bardic Inspiration. I'll go ahead and use it. I do have a crowbar in my inventory.
Well, I'll either let you use bardic inspiration on this current roll, or your crowbar to roll it again.
I'll just use the
And you
bardic
did not
inspiration.
succeed. So you know those things. A 16 now does succeed. It was a DC 15.
Nice.
So you rolled a 12. So there you go. You barely like bash the door down, and on the other side of the door, you hear the pitter patter steps of a fleeing rat.
Oh, I flee after it.
Thick olive drab goatee. Hold on, let me turn him on. Actually, I think I can turn him. No. You know what I wish you could do is I wish you could turn them all on in the combat tracker, so I can see them as the DM, but and they're on the map as turned on because line of sight blocks it, but not have them show up to the players in the combat
Yeah.
tracker yet.
Yeah.
That's something that is being worked on.
Well, hurry up, man. Who's working on
Moon
it? Derek,
Wizard
come on.
mentioned it the other day that there's some additional code libraries that need to be built out to support those features, but it is on their feature list of stuff that they're working on.
It would be handy. Oh, I forgot
They'll
that
get.
was on.
We'll get that when Bob gives us the small combat tracker.
The small combat tracker?
Yeah, it's. He said he was looking at making a tiny combat tracker or something like that, long time ago.
Yeah. I don't want my combat tracker any smaller.
I started to say it's hard enough for me to find shit on it now. So
Right? What are you gonna? I mean, there is a little bit of room. You can make it a little bit narrower, but what? All right. Did he show up for you? Oh wait, the door's locked.
Well, the door's locked.
Oh wait, and I wish there was a way that I could just like delete the door. Right? Just delete. I gotta unlock it. Shift. Open. There you go.
now the ability to hide all effects at one time. Click.
All right, hold
on
on.
the
Let's
combat
do
tracker.
let's do initiative because I think everybody else is gonna want to get involved in this too. So I'm gonna allow you to actually bash the door in, and yeah, let's roll initiative as soon as you bash the door in. I think it's legit.
All right.
Here, I'm pushing it to you
I'll
right
stand right
now.
in the door.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good score too. Is there any like loose effects? Wait, what's this mirror image? Marley. How long's
Yeah,
mirror image last?
I've got mirror image on.
Yeah, well, it's been.
We just finished with this battle, didn't we?
And you guys
We
searched
heard 'em and
around for
then-
a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to say mirror image is dropped. Any other 91 rounds still on your spores?
Well, the temp hit points, just last until they go away. I was just, I'm gonna double check that and see how long those last.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
Dalgron's flaming sphere may be gone.
Yeah, and there's. I guess I took a potion of necrotic resistance. I don't know how long that lasts.
I don't remember taking that.
I don't remember that either. Maybe it just got on there by
Mm-mm.
mistake.
I misclick.
Could have been.
All right, I probably got to delete both of those. Maybe there was a potion of necrotic resistance drug to your combat tracker instead of to the
Maybe when I was
sheet.
trying to click a healing potion or something.
Yeah, something. All right, so Dalgron, he bashes the door in, and he says, "There's one running," and you get to react first. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so were we killing the rats last time? Because last time
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, there's
we
a
were
bunch of
friendly
dead
to the
rats
rats. Okay.
everywhere. There's dead rats
Okay,
all
so
over the place.
We left
yeah.
dead rats the whole way in.
Dead ends and dead
Dahlgren's
fighting.
gonna see this thick olive drab goatee guy, and he's going to cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, he totally succeeds.
Oh well, that sucks. Um, Anybody hurt? Not really. So that's the end of Dahlgren's turn there.
I think you guys got a couple of rounds actually too to catch up.
Tokens aren't locked.
Uh, they are now. Thank you.
All right. We come to right there. And look at that guy. I don't really want to waste my wand on chumps like that, so I'm going to say something about his mother gets her cheese from. Oh,
He totally like makes a total fumble. He like nailed it. Like he's like, how did you know? So since you guys have been back from your little Feywild trip, I don't know if you characters have realized that, but you kind of were in like a subplane of the Feywild.
yeah.
You guys seem to be more intuitive with each other. Like it seems to me that you guys kind of are knowing what the other person's about to say, because all four of them laughed before you said that, Marley.
Really?
Yeah.
They started laughing before I said, "Oh, your
Yeah.
mother gets your cheese from." Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's kind of weird. Marley thinks. He looks
And
around
you
like,
and
"What?"
you you know, Marley being really perceptive of stuff like that, you know, the inside of people. He picks up on it more. The other
I
ones
mean,
don't seem to notice
wouldn't
it.
that drive a comedian crazy? You know, that people start
Right.
laughing at your jokes before you tell the
You don't
punchline.
even tell the punchline, they're like
And,
rolling on the
and
floor.
and then the punchline comes and they just look at you.
Yeah.
Marley's gonna move there out of the way. No, I think we're good right now.
All right. So, let's see. There's some commotion going on back here.
Oh, I don't want to be behind that murder hole.
It's closed, so and the guy that's in the room is away from it currently, so you kind of.
Just poke them in the eye if they open it.
Just poke him in the eye. Just poop in his hand. Just poop in his hand.
Poop in his hand.
I guess I need to move my keyboard a little closer. I'm all kicked back in my chair, and the keyboard's all the way over there. I gotta hold shift once in a while. All right, Orag. What's up, Sven? You haven't said
Right.
anything yet.
Oreg is going to sidle on up, have drawing out his combat. Why isn't it letting me move? There we go. Okay, try that again.
Where do you want to move? In front of
Right there.
right there. Let's put you right in front. I think it's arguing because you got line of sight there. You're on line of sight.
Okay.
To the north. So you move in front of S that just smashed the door down. You step over him, step over the on top of the door that's laying on the ground. And the rat's like running away from you, but he's about to turn the corner to go north. He's like kind of leaning as he's turning. And you swipe at him with your whip. You grab him. Are you grabbing him or are you just doing some damage?
No, I'm just doing some damage, but
So you like whoosh, you hit him right in the ass cheek. Whoosh.
I have, here it is. Alright, so I'm doing Savage Attacker, so I'm just rolling. Let me do this. There we go.
Because you beat his initiative, you get to do the extra 2d6. Extra 3.
Probably going to use the other one. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I think I would use the other one. I think I would call that right now out of just general statistics. Yeah.
Yeah.
8 more points. Very nice. However, it doesn't seem to be really doing any damage to him. Do you have those black ice tipped?
Just in that's in a different one.
It's a different whip. All right, so yeah, no damage.
Yeah, this one. Actually, no. This is the damaged. Yeah, this is the one that has the black ice. This is not my long normal whip. This is my attack whip with the black ice. But I don't have it coded. Did you? Was I supposed to code it somehow?
Yeah, change that coding to be magic. And I'm gonna give that guy 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Hold on a second. He's not resistant to whips or something, right? There's no such thing in Fantasy Grounds, but
And
yeah,
then I'm just gonna
it's
slide.
Immune to black ice tipped whips.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just now it's only a temporary magic, so I don't know if you can put a word there, temporary. I'm not going to tell you how long it's only temporary for, but it does fade,
Okay.
and
And am I?
you're gonna have to figure out how it actually works.
So it's a little hard to tell what's going on behind me. Where is the doorway, or is this all just open doorway,
All right,
archway?
hold on 1 second. I got to give him 22 wounds. Uh, what do you mean behind you? There's a door to your north. Oh, that's a secret door. They don't say anything. There's a bookcase to your south, like a closet.
So I'm just gonna slide over to here, get out of the
Oh,
way a
you're
little
trying to
bit.
get, trying to. You can actually probably hide in that corner if you want.
I'll use my bonus action to
There
hide.
is a.
Yes.
You think there's a little murder hole here to your left, and if you open it, you could shoot Marley in the face. It would
Or
probably
get
kind of-
poked in the eye.
Tempting.
Yeah. Well, it's a little harder to get poked in the eye. You'd have a +5 to your armor class to get poked in the eye from the other side. It is a murder hole. All right, Orego,
Nice.
are you done?
So I'm going to hide.
All right. That symbiotic entity that I have does last for 10 minutes, so that should be good for a little bit still.
Yeah, you're good at least until the end of this encounter.
Sweet. I'm gonna move up into S's space and then attack and then move back. And I'm going to attack with Thorn Whip. Try and pull him a little closer to my buddy S here.
You grab a hold of, and do you look at wherever Urag went and say, "This is how you win"? You pull him back 10 feet.
10 feet. Yep.
Yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I will shillelagh activate that.
All right. So you guys hear some more movement and commotion coming from further inside. Wait 1 second. Well, hello. It thundered really loud, and look who shows up.
Oh,
Was that me breaking up like that? Wow. Garbled. What is that?
no.
All right. There is a hurricane, out there on the other coast, but that's only like what 300 and something miles away. So it has been raining all day, and we actually have a tornado watch right now. So I'm in my room and I can't see shit. So it's fine. It's fine. All right. So that guy did his move. You're 25 pounds sitting on my gut. All right, I think this guy's he's gonna have some cojoneses. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, so from like through a hole in the wall or something over here, S.
Mm-hmm.
You hear as a hand crossbow is fired.
Okay.
He's got a little corner to clip though, so I'm gonna give him a little minus. He's probably not gonna hit you, but
I duck
he
behind
still
the wayback.
tries. He still tries. It like ricochets off the wall next to you. It doesn't even come close to hitting you. All right, S, your turn. This guy's like got drug up there. He's burning. He's got like some sizzling going on from where Orag hit him with a whip
Well, from behind, as he's trying to run away, I'm gonna run this sun sword right through his chest.
through his back and out his chest.
Yep.
And he quits twitching and
And then
forms
I'm gonna come
into
on.
a small, cute little schoolboy
Do I see any
as he
way
changes
to
his shape
open?
back. No.
Oh well. Do I see? Can you approve my movement? I'm just trying to see if there's any way I can see to get into here.
It looks like it's purposely built like a murder tunnel,
Gotcha.
and
Uh,
you think the only way to get it is run the gauntlet, unless you're a tiny creature. You could probably squeeze through the murder hole as a snake.
tempting.
Yeah, there's no quotes going on with that either. Uh-uh.
I need to clip it.
But that's
It's
Let's
DJ's
see.
fault. Look how sad he looks.
Is that an action or a
Yeah,
bonus
he's not looking
action?
that sad now.
It doesn't say. I was going to say
What?
my mutable form allows me to mutate your body to squeeze into 2 sizes smaller, which would be tiny.
Hmm.
It doesn't say if it's an action or not.
It doesn't say if it's an action or a bonus action. It just says my form is mutable.
That's not something we made up, is it?
Yeah, it's something you and I made
Oh,
up.
so we
It
didn't give
was
it much thought, huh?
well, we gave the actual animal forms, their actions just like a wild shape. But the mutable form one was one that was just like I can squeeze my body thin and proceed through, so it wasn't
Like a
given a
gray man? You mean like
kind of
just kind of slip
yeah
Like
through a
Odo.
crack?
Like Odo.
yeah
Like,
yeah a little bit.
except he's
But
more
like,
like snaky. Like
uh,
he turns into his head like gets small and I'm gonna say it's gonna at least use up your bonus action for right now. For right now in this
That's
situation.
perfectly fine.
To
If it's going to use my bonus action, I'm going to slip right through there.
It's going to use your bonus action and your manipulate object. So like open the door kind of action.
Okay.
But and it's going to manipulate the shift button. As you see this tunnel and this rat looking like he's reloading a crossbow.
All right. Well, I still have 1 attack left
And he
of
looks
my,
totally shocked that you just did that. He's like, "Meh."
and so I'm going to stab him.
And for some reason he talks like Mickey Mouse. Hello, I'm Mickey
Hi.
Mouse.
And I'm going to trip him.
As you trip him. He's like, "You're not here to ride the rides." As you do
Ooh,
maximum
nice.
damage
Max
to it.
damage.
As his head hits the ground, it sounds like a coconut.
Let's see if he fails his.
No.
Nope. So he doesn't fall prone.
Oh. So you just like kick him in the shin? Is that how that 8 points work?
Yeah, it's part of the attack in the attempt to trip.
It's the
So maybe
damage, but so you like jab him in
yeah,
your shin with your freaking.
but he made the saving throw to not fall.
He's just hopping around on one leg going, ow, 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 ow. All right, these guys are doing their thing. All right, top of the next round. Olive drab goatee. You hear him For some reason, he's rolling a death saving throw. I don't think I have that turned on, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Orag. All right,
All
buddy.
right, so we don't see any way to getting past this. So I'm going to start
Wait. Get past what?
this wall that, like
You have
S
to go
did.
up and
S. Oh,
around.
you don't see any way that you can get through other than the way S did. I got it. Yeah, you think
So
you
I'm going
could
to
like
move up.
mutate your form enough to maybe stick your hand in, but you couldn't squeeze through there.
All right, so none of these are doors or doorways. So
No,
I'm just going to move up.
the whole tunnel looks like a gauntlet. It looks like you got to run the gauntlet, but
Alright,
you don't hear any
I
other
have
noises coming from the other side, or arrows being shot, or crossbows being fired. Yeah, so it turns and heads to the west now, and there's
Alright,
more
so
of
I'll use
them.
my last. I'm going to use my last 40 feet.
40 feet. All right, when you get to the end of the hallway, you can see that it's dark down here. You don't see any other light sources, but the tunnel does turn to the right, to the north.
All right.
Markel?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to here, and then this guy's on the other side.
Yeah, you can
What
hear
kind of
them
a
fighting in there. You can probably see in. I'll give you a line of sight on him.
yeah? What kind of penalty to attack through there? Because I'm like right
With
up
a
next to it.
spell, absolutely none. With
Ooh.
range, -5. With melee, -5.
All right. Well. So a range spell -5 for a range spell.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
If you were
I
going to call him
actually.
an ugly rat and his mother's a whore and vicious mock him or something, then no, it wouldn't be nothing.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna actually thorn whip him again because I think that's funny.
See if you could like
Pull
yank
him
him
into
into
the
the
wall.
wall. Thunk.
Yeah, exactly.
He's hopping around currently on one leg going, ow, 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 because S
Yes.
just kicked him for 8 points of damage to his shin.
So I try to pull him through the little murder hole.
Yeah, no, he doesn't go through the murder hole, but he is knocked prone, and you get like his leg through. You're like tugging on it, and his leg pops through. You're like, oh, and it like twitches for a second, and then it stops. Uh,
Is the leg wearing knickers too?
is the leg wearing knickers too? I guess the leg's wearing enough knickers to S. Apparently, you can just wander around in the whole planet down there.
Yeah, it's like, what is this giant room out
It's
there?
like it's like the DM just decided, yeah, we don't need anything over here.
Okay.
It's not meant to be that way.
All right, that's fine.
You're supposed to be able to exit out the north side here.
Okay.
Um,
Well, then I will head that direction.
do you like? There's like a secret door there. Do you open it? You can hear commotion coming from the other side, like rats, and your friends don't seem to be able to get in here with you. You can probably see that there's a long tunnel this way, and
Yeah.
Orag's running that way, away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door and step through to here.
All right, when you do so, you see 4 were-rats. They all are standing defensively around what is a throne, and sitting on the throne is Templeton, and they call him Templeton the Round for a reason.
Awesome.
And he says to you guys in the best voice that one of you guys that are better at voices than me and I'll show you what he looks like, and you can do the voice. I think Marbania's gonna nail it. Hold on one second. Let me learn how to use Fantasy Grounds. What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta go
I
to.
don't know Templeton's voice.
I gotta go to layer. You do know Templeton's voice, because Templeton's voice is. If you look closely at this guy's face, it's gonna come into view. Paul Lynn.
Paul in.
Is that
I don't
showing?
see it. Paul in.
I see Paulin.
I don't see him right on the face
I'm
of the
not kidding.
image.
Yeah, I see
You're
it.
not even looking at the image. What'd you do?
Uh,
Close it?
Oh, there you go. Paul in.
And he says, hold on a second, hold on, don't kill me. I'm here to negotiate.
As
Give me
you
one
bust in the
reason.
room,
I'll give you 8.
and he holds up his 4 fingers on each hand.
I'll give you 8 reasons. We can negotiate. Hold on. Who are you? What do you want?
And we're gonna be
And
out of combat, and I'm gonna unlock your tokens. So let me.
yeah, I'm gonna delay them until the rest of the party catches up.
You can hear him moving that way pretty rapidly. So, hold on. Let me unlock the tokens and do all that crap for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna turn line of sight off too, so you guys
So
can see
snooping
all
around
of the
this
map.
room on the way through, nothing in the pull open the cupboard, anything hidden behind the tap
Uh,
on the back of it, walk on
if you're gonna
through.
like search for 5 minutes, then we can come back to you. But if you're gonna stay with the party,
I'll
then
stay with the party. We definitely need to come back this way though.
I'm trying
Well,
to
I have
split the
no.
party, but you guys won't let me. Come on, because
Don't you
it's
know?
it's gonna be a mimic closet. You know it is. All right, Orag, you can move around too if you want. Let you guys get your characters situated. He's like,
Oh, yeah, and you brought your whole party. Oh, I'm
mm-hmm.
definitely negotiating. I'm definitely.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's big enough, or
Definitely. Uh, okay.
the other rats are just looking nervously about, and they kind of lower their weapons down a little bit as you guys. They're obviously overmatched, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smartly looks at the rat on the left and the rat on the right. Steps right up between the two of them.
All right, so
Yeah.
you can't. It's like Jabba the Hutt guy. He takes up almost this whole like area up here.
Oh,
Whole D
He's
is.
huge. He he's got to weigh 600-700 pounds.
It's a fat rat.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's 1,800 pounds. He's a large creature.
wow.
The hell's he been eating?
Whatever he wants. It looks like.
Or more accurately, who?
Why isn't his creature saying? It says large. Does it be lowercase or something?
In the combat tracker, just change his size to 10 and then drag him back on.
Yeah, but on the NPC sheet it says large. Hmm. Hmm. I don't even think I have him in the combat tracker. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the
I don't
problem.
see a token or anything.
I think
in the
that's what the
combat
problem is. I need to learn how to use Fantasy Ground here. Sure. You gotta drag him from the combat tracker, not from the NPC sheet. That's just a token. And the token doesn't know what size it is. I don't know. He doesn't quite look like that, but yeah, he's a large creature. So
He's like, wait, hold on a second. So you're here to negotiate, right?
you can see that he's got there's like some loot around him too. Like there's a treasure chest, there's some gems and jewels look like they're hanging out of it.
He's like, what?
what is it that Templeton can do for you?
Marley comes over and opens up the chest and looks around and
Oh, you're into fine jewelry and gems. Well, that's easy to come by. I thought you were into murdering the whole pack. So
well,
we've got
yes,
some
that
good
too.
ground to stand on now.
We're saving that for, the second round of negotiations.
Because if you murder the whole pack, you get it all. You get all of the loot, but you don't get me. And see, that's what's really important here is me.
We don't get you, Templeton. We
And
don't get you, man.
what are you offering? What are
Oh,
you
well, there's
capable
lots of
of
things
offering?
that Templeton can do for you. Yes, all kinds of things. It's just Templeton doesn't know what you need.
We need to know how you're getting outside past the undead.
How we haven't done that yet. However, we found some goop, and when you put it on somebody, they seem to be able to go past the undead.
So if we put some of this goop on you, you could show us how it works?
What? You think I can get outside? I haven't
Might
left
help
this
you
spot in
squeeze through
about a week.
some of these tighter doorways anyway.
I think we could go for something bigger than the goop. I think we can get the goop without an issue. But if he has influence down here, he could provide a way for us to get around the city underground.
That's what I have. Influence.
Yeah,
Wait a second. Were you talking out loud?
I was talking in my brain.
Everyone heard you.
It echoes.
No, everyone in the party heard you.
What's in the cages?
Oh, we're talking telepathically.
Yeah, they're medium-sized bugs from
Like
the
Kruthix?
Kruthix. Yeah.
It's where to get the
Yeah.
slime.
Yeah, you're not quite making out what Marley was doing over there, but yeah, you guys seem to have some kind of telepathic connection going on.
All right, well, I tell the party, I think, we can negotiate to kill all of the bugs, destroy their goop, since they're not really sure it works anyway. But in addition to that,
Are
if
you
we keep,
are you telepathically? Here's the sign
yeah,
that telepathically then. Then we no, don't do that. Just touch your head. Telepathically, don't hear people like he's suicidal. Shut him down. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they won't know you're talking
Professor X.
telepathically to the party. So,
So
without
yeah,
getting into too much detail, you're going to find out that you guys all have, with each other, 30-foot telepathy.
Really? Since
It
like we were at that
wouldn't
ship
make
or something?
sense to destroy the only thing that can get people past the undead. This is much bigger than us. We can wealth untold here.
yeah, but we can take it away from them.
He's like, do you guys have a headache? I have some roots over here that actually help with that.
Listen, we're more interested
He's got
in, you
some
said influence.
The only thing that cures my headache is eating a were rat.
More
Well,
cowbell.
You're in luck then, sir, because I personally know a lot of were-rats. I mean, a lot of them. Like, say these
The
four right
bigger the
here, they're all
better.
looking around nervously as you,
The
like,
bigger the
stretch your
headache, the
jaw
bigger the
open.
rat.
He's like, let me show you how to handle these were-rats. And you see him, like, he kind of stands up and his gut just, like, drops down onto the ground. And he leans over and he just engulfs a whole were-rat, just swallows him whole and sits back into his chair.
Did you just eat fat bastard stool?
And the rat's kicking on his way down like a freaking gerbil. And he's like,
S, he's got you beat.
he burps a couple times. I shit it. taking his shoes off. First, coughs up a shoe.
We need to ensure you understand you are not to enter Dr. Troy's without coming through the front door like a normal person. If we see you in here again, we will be back.
Totally understand. I will make sure that
What
I'll
did you
point
take?
out those that go into your place if it happens again.
No, we
No.
found those who went into our place. What did you take?
I don't think they took anything. I didn't tell them to take anything.
What were they looking for?
Well, you see here, unfortunately, the most amount of creatures in this city are were-rats. However, not a single one of us, not even one of us, ever produces anything. We just get all of our stuff by taking it. So it's just in our nature that we have to touch and feel everything. He's got little hands up, and we were just doing inventory of what we could have if we needed it, if you died or if you left or
He made
you
a
know.
big mistake. Big mistake.
Well,
Dr. Troy's is
it's
completely
obvious now that
outrageous.
we didn't have some kind of agreement before this. I think our agreement was you stay there and we stay here, but
And you
I
broke that agreement.
yeah, well, I didn't personally. It was those guys.
You
That
have
guy. He
influence.
points to one of the guys. He's like, "Oh, me?" He's like, "I'm a guard."
Yeah,
The responsibility is yours.
he influenced them.
But just understand something here. If I'm dead, I can't help you. I can't help you at all. So
I understand. But if another were-rat enters into our establishment without our approval, we'll take that as you completely breaking your agreement.
another anywhere at like
Any
not even one
were-rat.
so then
Use
our
your
agreement's
influence.
broken. He's like, because I promise you that there'll be other were-rats in your place that I have no control over. So, I mean, it's not broken yet, so technically you don't have to kill me, but I'm moving.
Where are you moving to?
Where you don't know where I'm going, so you can't find me to kill me when other were-rats come into your place.
So we should just kill him now.
Well, wait a second. Then you can't get any other information out of me. See? There's things that I know that you don't know.
Well, if you leave and we don't know where you go, we won't get the information anyway. So we should just kill you now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So maybe we should renegotiate this tactic. How about I never let any one of my were-rats in there again, and I'll try to keep other were-rats out.
You guys hear Marley saying, "Hey, maybe they can they know a way to come right up underneath that ship, and then they can provide some porters and haul the stuff back for us."
Maybe they're the ones that took the shit in the first place.
Yeah, I think having an ally that's bound to us by an oath would be valuable with these were-rats.
Yeah, they keep their word.
Yeah.
What for whatever it's worth.
And I
They
mean,
they keep their word until they figure out a way not to.
Right.
So the better the word, the harder it is for them to figure out a way not to. So.
All right. So the agreement begins thusly. You will make no efforts to thwart our efforts to hinder our capacity in any way. Dalgren, translate that into were-rat, please.
Uh,
Yeah.
He does look a little. He does
Did
look a
you
little
hear him?
confused. So both Templeton and Dalgron look at you and cock their heads like, huh?
The hell did you just say?
that means that we don't want you interfering in any way with anything that we do. And if we need your help, we're going to get it at any time.
Oh, I'm here to serve.
Oh,
As long as you're not gonna come down here and kill me like you did.
Well,
I can interpret that.
if
And
you
we
break
take
our
all the
agreement,
physics.
if you break our agreement, we kill you.
Basically, what he's saying is you're our bitch now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I do have some physical limitations. You understand this, right?
Marley don't care.
I don't know. I got a feeling that we could slim you down pretty quick if we needed to, right, fellas? Marley pulls out a butcher knife and a steel and starts sharpening it backwards.
He's like, unfortunately, that's not gonna do anything to me.
You could feed a lot of hungry halflings.
uh, Halflings. Wait.
Vicious, vicious creatures.
I'll tell you what I know. Just don't feed me to the halflings. I met this one halfling. He kept duplicating.
The scariest thing I ever saw.
He looked like a cute schoolboy, though. That's from another game. It's another game. Oh, speaking of which, since I got you guys here, and I don't want to forget, Matakuri and all you guys that play on Saturday, we got what, 8 weeks we're not playing? 7 weeks that Rob's not streaming?
Oh, for Christmas.
The holidays? I'm thinking
Holidays.
of some planned, at least, I want to maybe do at least one planned one shot with
Yeah.
pre-generated NPCs maybe one night.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do some
We could-
flip-flops and DM it.
Yeah.
A
We could
couple.
rotate it
I
around
mean, I'm not thinking of streaming it or recording it or anything. Just,
just for fun.
I mean, we'll be on camera like this, but or we could be on Discord camera to make it easy or whatever. But yeah, we'll have cameras and table and just play some D&D a couple times. I don't
I'm
want to
sure
take
there'll
8 weeks
be.
off. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I can't. I
So
can't
what? He's
do it.
taking December and January off this year, or
I don't know the exact dates,
normally it's
but
like January, February.
it's from like middle of December to almost February, I think, this year.
Good.
Because
Yeah,
it's
he
until the
hasn't
Super Bowl
updated
ends.
his thing.
And he doesn't read it anyway because I put
It would
he
be
was
on
sending
his.
me texts Saturday night. Where are you at?
It would be on that all things fantasy grounds spreadsheet that he has. That's where he keeps track of all that. Like his shows.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get back to that though. Yeah, I definitely have some kind of twitchy stuff going on with this monitor. Although it's not ever crashing, it does flicker a little bit here and there. I don't know why. Like moving like windows around and stuff. Like images. See, it's not doing it now. So yeah, there's 3 of the bugs over there, and you could see some a bottle or 2 of the goop. I'm assuming you guys understand that the goop they got came off the bugs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm really curious as to, I'd like to take one of these were rats here and cover him in that goop and take him to their little exit, however they're getting out of the city, and send him out there and watch and see if it really works or not.
So here's the confusion. We haven't gone outside the city yet. You're the one who told us that we could get somebody outside the city safely if we brought the goop to you. Now we know a way to get outside the city, but it takes a while to get there. Because you got to go through J and down to C and cross over. And then you got to negotiate with the you got to negotiate with the freaking crocodiles to go through D, and he's trying to explain the whole path to you, but it's like a day journey to get out.
That takes you outside of the city, or does that take you to the
It
mythal?
it takes you beyond the mythal,
And you
which
don't
is
require anything
outside
to.
the city. So the general idea of the mythal's perimeter, just so you guys can remember, let me share this map with you, is basically the edge of the image here. The outside black and white dotted line on the center image is the mythal. It's more domey like and not so squared off, but yeah. And there,
So
So
this
what about Skullport?
what about Skullport?
Do you have a?
Oh, you asked
Do you have a?
Templeton that?
Yeah, asking Templeton. How
He
much
says
business you
Skullport.
do in Skullport?
Way to get there.
Skullport. Right. Um. Well, they don't like us down there. See, they're because they have these undead, and undead and us don't get along. And they
Well,
have these skulls that fly around, and they really just keep us out, pretty much. But I mean, I suppose we could get down there if we didn't get killed by the undead. Maybe you could protect where we're at to getting down.
I don't know that it's that important, and I would say this mentally to everybody, But I'm just trying to
Oh,
milk everything out of this guy we
you
can.
just said you asked him, so.
No, I did. I did ask him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what you just said, you're saying mentally
Yeah.
to him. Okay.
But then mentally to everybody else, I would say I don't know how important it is, but it was worth
So
asking.
the point that you guys would come out outside of the mythal would be about uh, over here on the outside the river gate. Somewhere in the hills over here is where the exit would be if you guys wanted to get outside the mythal via the way Templeton's people know. Or you climb over the outside wall and walk. There's other ways.
Marley really
Does
doesn't
it
have any
look like
desire to
there
get
are
there.
any kind of setup here to like an alchemist table,
No.
alchemist table or anything set up to where this is
There's
where they're making the salve, or is it somewhere? Does it appear to be somewhere else?
Yeah, your investigation is not negative. Is your investigation negative?
Ooh, and my investigation is very high.
Oh, yeah, so you clearly easily can tell that they might have been making goopy pancakes over here. Just like measuring stuff and pouring it, but that's about it. There's no formula, there's no nothing. There's some bottles and beakers and like where they and funnels and shit where they've been trying to like scrape it off and pour it in there and like separate it, but that's about it.
So mentally, it seems to me there's kind of three things that maybe we want out of the were rats. One is we want the Kruthix and any goop, anything that they have related to that.
Yes.
They'll turn it over to us. Two, um, assurances that they're not going to come into our house and whatnot. And then three, I think we should try to negotiate uh, that if we want a guide through the sewers, they'll provide us a guide.
Yep.
Those 3 points sound straight on. And we
Everybody
won't
makes
kill him.
sense.
I have a question. So this idea that the
This
goop,
question or a
yeah,
Templeton
yeah,
question?
no,
Okay.
no, no, not a Templeton question. This idea that the goop protects them from the undead, we got that from Dr. Troy, right?
Hmm.
So the rats don't even know that that's what the goop might do. How does
Well,
Dr. Troy know about it?
Well,
they found out from us.
the
Yeah,
rats
The rats
know
found out from us.
the rats
because you
found out
told
from
them.
us, right? But how did Dr. Troy know about it?
Oh,
Good question.
yeah.
Just
We'll never know how Dr. Troy found out because he'll never tell you. However, General Gonzalez may say something.
What up,
It was General
Gorgio?
Gonzalez that knew, not Dr. Troy, right? Just to be
uh,
clear on. I mean, when you find out more about
yes.
this guy, you're going
Yeah.
to understand why there's a difference.
Okay.
I
General
mean, to your
Gonzo knew.
characters, it doesn't. It's whatever your characters think, but
It,
to him, there's a difference, and it's important to him.
so Gonzo knows, but nobody else really knows.
So what does that tell you?
Gonzo's. I don't know.
Gonzo has more information than we do.
Oh, you guys
He's a rat.
definitely. I mean, Marley's been saying that for a month that this guy's not telling us everything he knows. Marley senses it on him, plain as day. Marley has that ability to read people.
Let's go beat it out of him.
Who are we talking? Dr. Troy?
No, Gonzo.
Oh, Gonzo.
General Gonzalez.
Well, same dude. He's a same thing. Not
He's a method actor. He's in.
Oh,
He's in his
he's
method.
Gorgio,
a meth head actor.
unfortunately, I
Yes.
think you should. I should give you your money back for that. We're not in combat, so I mean, it's not going to be anywhere near as funny.
As long as he doesn't teleport Templeton on top of us.
Oh God.
No, he teleported Dalgron, and you're just wandering around. Maybe we were in combat and I missed it. I don't think so. 2056. No, that's only
No,
No,
he
It
we
just
just did
posted
it.
that.
it's only five
teleport
minutes ago.
Dalgren inside of Templeton?
I mean, we can
Oh
roll if you want to risk it. He could end up inside of Templeton's gut. This is
We could cut it open.
no.
Got to risk it for the biscuit. You know that rat he ate may have had something valuable on him. Better get in there, check it out.
hopefully he's got a ring of acid resistant. And he just sits in his gut for like the next week.
My stomach acid's necrotic, right? That's why he has that potion of necrotic resistance.
I was kind of imagining it. It's like Happy Jack's Funhouse in there after Happy Jack eats you.
Ooh.
I'm resistant to poison,
What does that have to do with
but not acid.
digestion? Yeah. So you're okay if he farts in his stomach, but if he starts digesting you, you're toast. I lock the tokens in case Engorgio does agree with the teleport or not. I don't think I charged everybody for their stuff last time. Oh, I heard him ding. What did he say?
Just refund.
Oh, okay. Reject. Oops, wrong one. Somebody else got to reject. They got your money back for something. All right, I gave you your money back.
He's seen all the red tokens. Assume we were in combat.
So
So
yeah, I
Probably.
mean,
Templeton, do
It's
we
his
have a
first
deal?
instincts is to teleport somebody, so I don't blame him.
Right.
Marley writes it all out or spells it
Now,
all out for him.
You
That's
writing a
the
contract?
refund.
so let's go over them one at a
Sure.
time because as you guys were saying them, I'm thinking of what he was going to reply with. So, what's the first request from him? For him?
We get
first
the
one was
Krethix.
yeah. We take all the Kruthix, all the goop, all of that.
He says, "So, you're telling me that," and he points over to the three cages over there, that those bugs actually have a name, and you want them.
Mm-hmm.
And any
Yeah.
others that you have. And
Well,
any more of this goop.
Those are the ones that we got from the fire.
Okay. Are there any others in your
Not that
possession?
we have found. However, somebody's been growing them
Where?
in the caves where they were on fire.
Somebody set him on fire?
Well, yeah.
I'm acting all surprised.
So
There's
somebody's
one of the
growing
were
more of
rats
them?
here was with you when you set them on fire.
So somebody's making more of them, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, maybe, but we did some questioning around, and it comes that these these what do you call them? Kruthix? They're they're been someone's been taking care of them, like feeding them and giving them stuff, nourishments or whatever they need for for a while now. Like there's reports of this going on for a couple of years.
Who's this somebody?
Gonzo.
Yeah.
Oh, you did you say that to
Yeah.
Templeton?
No, I
We're
said that
being
mentally. That's why
No,
I did the
I
finger.
said Dalgron. That's why I did that because that was gonna be confusing that you guys could talk to yourself. So you gotta touch your head so we can see it or say mentally.
we're
Rub the
being
bald spot.
played.
Now I just want to point out that the DM can still hear you. So I get a lot of ideas from cross-player talk. I'm okay with it. So continue on.
So
Gonzo was raising him.
so
That's how he knew.
so there there's no problem that you want these three in the cages. A matter of fact, you can take the cages too and the stuff on the shelf over there that came off of them
Well, we need your
and
guys to pack it up there for us, you know.
pack it up where, so we're clear.
Carry him.
To
Yeah,
Carry
I
the
where?
mean,
cages with their
put some.
contents
Yeah,
to the alleyway outside of our house.
that's right.
Outside of
Yeah,
Dr. Troy's?
yeah, that'll
That's
meet the
ours.
first requirement. Yeah,
I mean, he hasn't met you. He doesn't know all the details that where you guys live.
Yeah.
Or at least he
We
just
own
seems to be
Dr.
ignorant
Troy's
to some of
building.
those details. But he does agree to transport those, um, when you're ready.
yeah. Okay.
He says,
Uh,
and I also, if we see any more of these hideous, disgusting creatures,
Let us know.
we'll let you know for sure. They
yeah. Or if you can find out who's feeding them, that'd really help us out.
Yeah, you don't know where more of them might be already?
No, they don't know of any. He doesn't know of any other ones. That's for sure.
So yeah, if you
So
come
I mean, you
across any
guys
information,
just destroyed them like what, 2 weeks ago? Not even.
so those were the ones that someone was taking care of,
Right.
feeding.
Could be.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
The ones directly below Dr. Troy's, pretty close to it.
Okay, so Marley's scribbling this down. Okay, point number
Right,
two.
right over there. I mean, it's right over there, right? They can point to it almost.
yeah, point number 2 was that none of them would enter into that building known as Dr. Troy's, not
he
into the
says
basement, not into the
he
none of
says that
the were rats that are under your influence.
this agreement is totally not going to work.
Oh,
So I have a solution to it. See,
And he like rummages around in his. Like, you think he's reaching down in his crotch, right? He's rummaging around and there's something like in his belt. He's rummaging around and he digs out and he pulls out this big blob of something that stinks bad. And he's like,
Cheese.
"Eh, it could be, maybe.
he looks at it strangely.
It could be an old pork sandwich, though. I'm not sure, but I can give you a token. And he hands a big blob of this out to whoever wants it. He says, "If you spread this around, none of my rats will come around."
Is this that same stuff that we?
Old moldy cheese.
Yeah, that moldy cheese stuff that we found wrapped up.
No, this is way stankier. This would be the moldy cheese that's been under his ball sack for a week.
The Famunda cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
Morkel just kind of sighs and like steps forward to take it, figuring that nobody else will.
All right, Markel.
Uh,
Give me a. It's definitely stinky stuff, so it's like a con check or something here. I don't know. Are you immune to throwing up or gagging or?
No, I've got
S
pretty good.
is.
Yeah, maybe you should take it. Well, here, let me give you this.
Markel.
Oh,
And Markel goes to take it, and he's like, and S reaches out, and Markel's like, no, I got it. And he grabs it from S. Didn't really want to touch it anyways. He's like, oh, no problem. And Markel, you pick it up and you give it a kind of a sniff. And have you ever accidentally like taken your egg roll and dunk it in the Japanese hot mustard too much and then took a bite of it? You know how it hits your senses right up your nose? That's your first instinctual feeling is you just got wasabied in the nose as this hits you. And it's definitely got a very distinct smell to it. Like almost unique.
okay. So what does this token do specifically?
It keeps any of my pack members away.
Okay.
It's a sign that it's no entry.
And how much do we have to put on? Is this something we have to renew regularly?
It should last a few months. You might need to get a refresher from me later, but not much. It's pretty potent. Maybe do you show him the cheese that you guys have?
Sure.
Is
Remember
that
the cheese was
Templeton's
wrapped up in
Famunda
a
cheese
cloth,
or what?
right?
Hmm.
And it's a little piece of cheese. He's like, that's plenty, actually. That little piece of cheese you show him. He's like, those pieces are signifying um, travel through our territory.
Oh, I
What
wish
is
I hadn't.
signifying travel?
Wish I
As
hadn't
in,
eaten one.
And they
He's like,
permit travel through your territory. If
they
we
permit
smell like
travel?
this,
well, if you have the moldy cheese on you, we can smell it. We can smell good. I can tell that. And he
No, you do
identifies
not
some of the
smell
food
good.
that you guys got on you.
You truly do not smell good. Your sense of smell might be good, but you do not smell good.
you may smell
Oh,
well.
well, for an overweight were rat, I keep myself pretty clean. And you see like shit all stuck to
Well,
him, like totally like a lollipop stuck to the side of his head. He's like, what? What? Every time he turns, it's flopping around.
okay,
He
so
says,
as long as we hold on to these, we have free passage through your areas.
and you don't really need them. You've got the
No.
the sixth badge, which is
Yeah.
so
So Marley chucks this stinking
you
cheese over in the
you
corner.
took them from the other dead. They all have them. All of
Yeah.
the pack have the same moldy cheese. That's how they signal each other as a rat or whatever that they're part of the
Which pack
pack.
they're
They
in.
have, yeah, yeah, and that's what they call their tokens. So that's a clue on how to get past other rats too. Is you have to find
Find
out
their
what their token
s-
is,
smelly token is.
and they all probably have one.
So
But you guys
that
have the badge now, so for the most part,
that
it'll get you past most of that.
where did Templeton pull this wad of stuff from?
From under his balls.
That's what I thought.
Wait,
It's
you're not
Famunda cheese, isn't it?
sure, but it was
It's a
in
big
that
old wad
general
of
area.
smegma.
It's definitely from in his pants cheese, that's for sure.
It's Famunda cheese.
Templeton's not even sure he has balls anymore, so
Let's get some sticks and have some fondue.
he can't reach that far down anymore. He's like little T-Rex arms with his gut.
That's what the assistants
You
are
can't-
for, right?
They all look. They all hang up their little hands. No. So, what was the other request?
Well, basically,
Let those
we
guys
wanted-
free. Don't come in my shit no more.
yeah, and then we wanted to be able to come down there and have them guide us to other parts of the city. To have one of their were rats act as a guide.
he says so that we can only do to a limited ability because we can only get as far as our token will allow us.
Sure. But you are familiar with the layout of the sewers,
Somewhat.
or just
At least
the
the
local
general
area?
area here.
Well, let me ask this question.
He says none
Just
of his
how
packs
many-
are, traveling packs. His pack isn't a traveling pack.
Do you
His
have any
pack is
idea
here.
how many packs that we would actually have to kill half of them before we could control the entire Undercity? How many? Can we get that done by the end of the week? Ask you think?
Maybe a little into next week, but
So you want to start murdering the pack leaders?
He kind of smiles a little.
Well,
Me and
we get a good
me-
start right here. Forget about this.
he says me and
contract.
13 don't get along well. So if you're gonna do somebody first, I kind of will help you get over to where 13 is at. I actually know his sister.
you romantically involved with her.
Like baby mama? Or what?
Um,
Got a litter with
she
her?
was romantically involved with me.
A litter
What-
witter.
Which
What is
part?
their token?
Yeah, which part of you?
What is their token?
She knows that cheese well.
Ooh.
What is her token?
What
Their
is their
spell
token for passage?
Some other kind of funky cheese. Or something stinky.
A rotted lizard toe.
It can be different things, but in their case, it's some other funky cheese.
So if we killed number 13, would he be the leader? Mentally to the others?
What would you do, Templeton, if all of a sudden number 13's territory was available?
With their current arrangement that I have with you, I would become 13. Then our agreement's finished, right?
What if we took out the others? Made him Rat King?
Wait,
Rat King Cole?
you want to take out the others?
No, that was
He's like,
that was
hold on a
mental.
second. Let me.
Mental.
That was
Okay.
mental.
All right, then I can't help you. Sorry.
That was mental to everybody in the party.
So, are you saying
Just
that,
thinking.
are you saying if we took out one of your rivals, 13 as you call him, that would absolve our? I mean, I would think you would be even more beholden to us at that point.
Well, no, our agreement to do these things is because I'm in charge of this pack. No.
Well, yeah, but you would be in charge of both, right?
Well, no, it doesn't work that way. If I leave this pack and go to another pack, then somebody else takes over this pack.
Why couldn't you merge the pack
Huh.
and be in charge of
Have-
both?
have hundreds of rats working together as a whole? Because it's
I'm not
never worked
sure.
in the history of were rats ever?
Does somebody have that
It's pretty
headband of
hard enough
intellect?
for
Could we
me
put
to
that on his
control my
head for
little
a
pack.
second?
Wait, was he talking to himself?
Yeah. So does that cover our deal, S, with this guy?
I think so.
You wrote it all down, right, Marley?
Oh yeah, yeah. And then there's a clause and there's
Well,
this
I think your
indemnity right
characters
down here and
have
there's
seen this map, right?
Yeah.
So you
and
got
then
a
we've got a
general idea.
contractual rider that you need to
So
provide us with.
14 is where you guys are at now.
Right.
Okay.
13 and okay.
Well, that's right outside the that's in the wilds.
He don't like 13, right?
Right, correct. But when you mentioned that you want to take out the pack leaders, I'm like, okay, where do you want to start? Start nailing
That's a
them?
lot of pack leaders.
Yeah. That's a
Well, it
lot of
sounds like
rat packs.
if we take them out, they're just gonna replace them with somebody
And
different.
Yeah.
It's not
and
like
Yeah.
Templeton will take over
Exterminate the
everything.
entire pack.
Yeah.
Well, my question really wasn't about taking out the other pack leaders. It was, killing half of each of their packs. You know,
that
we want to keep them in place
killing
because,
rats doesn't seem to bother anyone. Even the
Nobody
rats.
cares.
including the rats. Yeah.
They just remultiply.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now it tends to bother Templeton a little bit.
it
Only
only
if it's
bothers
him.
him if he's included in the dead rats.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care if you kill. He's like, you want to eat him? Go ahead. It's only my sister's cousin, but it's fine. It's fine. There's more room at the Christmas table then.
But that's a
So
big table. If
It is.
you can sit at it.
so I guess we get to Krutix and
Yeah.
Well, they're
Have
gonna
them
deliver him.
deliver the Kruthiks and then we
okay.
head on back up.
Yeah,
He
that's
like
good enough.
calls his meager troops that are left, like 5 of them, and he
Some
has
of the
them.
jewelry that he was promising in that chest. He said
Oh
that's
yeah,
what you
don't
need.
forget that.
It's only 5 now, but next month there'll be a whole bunch of them.
If you all succeed on a persuasion check as a group, so a group persuasion check, and you succeed on it, you get some stuff other than gold. You're gonna get the gold anyways if you fail.
I'm
So
gonna fail, so
Oh, you use intimidation instead.
um all right, Orag, since your intimidation or persuasion wouldn't have helped, then no. If it was a tiebreaker or something. So Marley, with a 19, persuades him to give you all the jewelry and stuff, and he does, but he doesn't give you anything else because Marley with a 19 and S with an 8 and Morkel with a 2 and Dalgron with an 11 and Orag with a 3.
we should have had guidance.
And everyone has their inspiration. So if you succeeded, you would have got a roll on table B each.
Nice.
But since you didn't think it was that important, I didn't either. But you do get some gold.
Gold is good, maybe.
Well, mostly like jewelry, but I'll tell you how much gold worth of jewelry.
maybe gold and platinum, but yeah, 730 gold pieces worth, which you guys just won in hard-earned gold coins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me throw that in your party sheet and split it up. I'm assuming that Dalgron's getting an equal share since he wasn't here most of last week.
Let's go home and get that stinking shit
Or
out of
when you
Mordecai's
watch
hands
when you
and be done
watch
with
the
it.
show from last week, you'll understand that statement. Um, what did I say? 730, and there's 2 in there, so 732. There you guys go. Each got 146 gold pieces. And what about Hydra Sturkey? Or did you guys?
Yeah, let's tear down that thing.
Um, there
Do they care?
is a chance that this Hydra
Get
might have
yourself a Hydra hide shield or
a
something.
magical item somewhere on his corpse.
Yeah, how'd you get the Hydra anyway?
No. Say again?
I'm just
One head
curious,
at a time.
Templeton. How'd you get the Hydra?
Oh, you're asking Templeton how he got the Hydra?
Yeah.
He's like, uh, she wandered in not too far from here, from outside the mythal.
As a baby? Because how the hell did you get it through these tunnels?
Uh, she she was quite a bit small, although I haven't seen her in a while.
You know, because he doesn't look like he gets around too much.
But
True.
he's like, why? How is she big? How big is she now?
A lot smaller.
Basically, she's been around before Templeton.
She decided to trim the fat here recently.
And the Etten?
The Etten is Ginger's caretaker. Uh, the Etten was also on a random table, so the story behind it is
He just showed up one day and said he's here to raise the Hydra. So we let him. And
That works.
his friend Frick, uh, knew how to play the flute. And you know, rats and flutes.
Yeah. Rats. Yeah. Yeah, we know rats and flutes, don't we, guys? Let's go home.
it goes rats and flutes and rats and flutes and rats and flutes and rats and flutes. All right, so you leave Templeton to his fatness and take his jewelry, kill half his pack and his pets, and go back up. After you made a arrangement with him.
Arrangement.
Wait, an arrangement. So we need to put the telepathy on you guys. So who's got 30 foot of telepathy? Uh,
As an effect, you mean?
yeah, as a ability on your character sheet.
Okay.
I know something
Add it as
has
a
got a
feature.
30 foot of which one of the
Would that be
halflings
under
has that?
senses?
Sven, doesn't your Ghostwise have telepathy?
Ghostwise, yes.
So maybe use the Ghostwise ability. I don't know if you guys can drag that or what. Where am I looking under races? Ghostwise.
Silent speech.
Silent speech.
Under what?
So you
Abilities?
got to go to
Halfling. Halfling.
races, halfling, and then drill down into Ghostwise, and then in the Ghostwise, there's a link to the trait Silent Speech.
Or just
Ghostwise in
go
the
to spells
players?
and type halfling.
Oh, I dragged it
Oh,
to my
spells and
sheet.
halflings. Oh, because it's coded.
Hmm?
Silent speech. Look at that. 5e's coding effects. So you guys can put that on your ability or in your actions tab. Sorry.
Cool, man. As
The only thing we need to change on that is to any party member. So you guys. Just so you guys, once you get it on there, just change it to what's your party name?
I don't know that we've ever had one. Troy's Kids. Troy's Brood.
I like
I
Troy's
think
Kids. It sounds like a charity.
Jerry's kids.
Jerry's
March of Dimes
Kids,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
I do think that I kind of started the Children of Black Ice, but that was just me creating. I didn't necessarily name the party that. I think that's up to the players to do.
Troy's Boys.
That's your party name, Troy's Boys.
Troy's Boys. Yeah.
We're a boy band. No.
Yeah,
It
we
does.
are.
It does. I mean, I was thinking about coming up with some kind of bye bye bye. Nah, nah. All right, I'm putting it on here. You're going to
We
be
could be the
officially Troy's
Bastard
Boys.
Boys.
Everybody
Bastard
said Troy
Troy's
Boys
Bastards.
is fine. Raise your hand. Sven's like, no.
Nah, don't really like it.
I don't really like no. Troy's Bastards. I like Troy's
I like the Troy's Kids.
Bastards. Yeah.
The Bastard
Troy's
Boys.
Kids. That works.
Well, let's separate ourselves from Troy and just be our own thing.
That's probably not a bad
Black
idea.
Ice 5.
Lost Boys.
And you guys are my own thing.
The BI5.
David S. Pumpkins.
BI5. Black Ice 5. I don't know. Wonder if you guys get another party member, then you got to change all your logos and your freaking everything, your website and everything.
The Big Ten never did.
Yeah, the Dirty Dozen, they all did make it back. Well, let's take a 10-minute break. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
All right, we're gonna
That
do a
sounds good.
10-minute break and go pee and get a drink and
Have
stuff.
that be our party name. The 10-minute break.
Just break. You know, there was a band on one of the Royal Caribbean's islands, and I named the band On Break because they were always on break. So I think that would be kind of nice. 2141. All right, it's over 10 minutes, and I'm going to put the slideshow on and some music. If you're in the chat, we'll be back in 10 minutes, so don't go away. And if you do go away, hurry back. character and out of character.
Two guys who can't die. Super Teddy reported that they are aware of the error and are looking into it. There's
You
a whole
made.
bunch of people
Did
on
you
the
tell him
forums.
that you made all the extension users nervous?
Everybody's going through their list of extensions. Which one is causing it? Which one is causing it?
All right, I need to stop the music because we're done with that, and I'll stop the timer because I don't need that anymore either. And so, so you guys get the rats to take the the Kruthix up to wherever you want them, and these Kruthix are in bad shape though. They're like you think they're probably starving to death. I mean, they're very like lethargic and you don't see where they got fed or anything. So
Where's that halfling?
Yeah, where's the nearest halfling?
I was thinking earlier, did anyone have any telepathy powers already? I know
Mm,
Morkel and I, or Valtrix and I discussed a telepathy power, like your
Yeah, we
spore
talked
power
about
or something.
yeah, we talked about some stuff with the spores, but
But I don't think that
we went a
ever.
different we went a
Yeah.
different direction.
All right. So
yeah,
no one
Marley
actually
does,
had
but
a.
it's different. He can use it against people outside the party.
Well, what is it though? I was looking for. I knew somebody had something.
You
What is it that gives you that?
let's see.
That's his black ice gift.
Yeah, Black Ice Gift. There are two. The one that we got when we started, and then the one that you gave us later is the Smiling Child is Charmed Person, and then the other is Suggestion. So it's kind of, but it's telepathic suggestion. So
Right. Well,
you know,
where is that on your features or your
under it's under actions on my actions tab under class.
under? So
Under
it's
his
just the
I didn't
spell
add any
is all.
abilities. Yeah, I didn't add.
Yeah.
under
I
his
think that's.
crap I made up section.
You played his
Under,
character, I see.
under the what?
So,
The crap I
uh,
made up section.
yeah, that's what I need is that crap that we made up section on
Yeah.
your features. So we need to add that to your features and explain what it does. You know what I mean? Make a new feature, say it's the name. I don't think it was just suggestion. I think we came up with a name. So it's going to take some research on both of our parts to figure it out, but I'd like to have that on there. So basically, what it does is explain to me how I explained it to you whenever we did it. That what you remember.
That I'm sorry I got a sandwich in my mouth. That Marley can without verbal or somatic components um, telepathically cast suggestion.
And if they fail, they don't know who it was.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Good memory, Sven.
so it's not really you're communicating with anybody telepathically. You're just mentally suggesting something in their brain, right? I mean, are you thinking it's a communication? Like you're like like with the party members you're doing now? Is that how you feel it should be?
No, see, that's the reason that I also took impersonations
Yeah,
is
so
because
they don't know somebody communicated with them. I mean, they know something happened, but they don't know it was you, right?
yeah, I mean, I try to make it seem like their own voice of reason within their
Like the
head,
force. These aren't the drawers we're
Yeah,
looking for. That kind of thing.
exactly.
All right. So what I was thinking is with your new powers that if somebody already had the ability to, because in our other campaign, I like 2 or 3 players can telepathically communicate. So if somebody already had that, I didn't want to nerf it, by giving everybody the same thing. So I was gonna let them have
Yeah,
another
this is different.
additional ability, but I don't think that's the case. I think I think
Right.
yours is totally not. So everybody got a new thing. Cool. So a couple other things have been taking place too. I like the idea on S that ability to squeeze like we just did is a bonus action. Or I
Okay.
was thinking it might make sense that it might be one of your fighting styles. Instead of trip, it's squeeze, or slither or something. It's like part of one of your fighting features.
Oh, the battle maneuvers, combat maneuvers.
Yeah, maybe it could be one of those or something. That's just part of the action, right?
Yeah, that's part of the attack.
So as part of the attack, you can like squeeze into a space, right? Like you did. Like that was kind of the part of the attack. You squeezed in and then you attacked him. Instead of the
Okay.
bonus action, it's part of it, and you can just it would be one of your things you could do. How many of those can you do a day?
Uh, 4, but it resets on a short rest.
Yeah, so I mean that would be perfect. You could do it as
A
part of one
combat
of those.
squeeze.
Yeah, and it's not going to come up that often, but that's a nice little spot to put it and
Yeah.
have it, and then try to remember where you put it and use it.
Could I also do it outside of combat? I mean,
Yeah, outside of combat, you can
okay.
do it normally.
Can't you just change into a snake outside of combat?
I can
Y-
do that in combat too. It just takes an action.
This is part of his fighting style, though, so it won't be anything. It'll be part of an action. So another thing that you guys have discovered, I don't know if you discovered it yet, but um, somehow your characters are gonna figure it out. You guys can exchange hit points with one another. Now, I want your input on how this happens.
Ooh.
That to be a necrotic transfer type thing.
I mean, do you
Think
guys
it more
like
is tied to
do you
like
guys
our
like
new
suck each
telepathic
other off, or
abilities.
how does this happen? I'm just how does the hit point
Here, let
transfer
me
happen?
spit in your mouth.
Do you bite each other? Do you rub nuggies? Do you do Wonder Twin powers activate?
Be like a touch heal, wouldn't it?
So you're gonna touch each other and like pass blood,
I don't know.
energy, necrotic.
I like the idea of our psychic connection pushing psychic energy. Does it
So
require?
so
Yeah.
so so you're taking psychic damage and you're given psychic healing.
Yeah.
So the you take the psychic damage and then you give somebody that healing mentally. Man, I don't think it should be very far range though. What is 30 feet sound like your telepathy range?
Is it
Right.
by
Yeah.
choice?
Yeah, it'd be 30 feet.
Oh yeah, you got to definitely agree to it. It can't be one way.
Oh, so I can't just like take a bunch of hit
Yes.
points from S?
That's
No,
right. Yeah. Doggone
no.
is it today. We just start taking.
And we should limit this to some amount of time, right? How many times a day is your hit die or something? Does that sound
Well, there you go.
or you
You
could
spend a hit
transfer
die.
Spend a hit die to transfer
allow someone
mentally.
to or give
To
I
someone
like
your
it.
hit
apply a
die?
hit die to, yeah, give someone a hit die.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, I
So
like
the
it.
people that got more hit dies and it would be your hit die that you're giving them in value
Yeah.
too. So like everybody wants to get some from the dwarf or whatever because he's got the highest hit die,
Right.
the fighter or whatever.
The fighter.
When can it be done? Only on your turn or anytime in
Um,
combat
I think it's
as a
probably pretty.
bonus?
I think it's probably pretty taxing. I don't think it should be able to be done in combat.
Okay. So an out of
So
combat thing.
yeah, during a short rest.
So I want to test from the Fantasy Grounds perspective of me giving a hit die to say Orig by dragging it from my sheet onto his character in the combat tracker. I want to see if it heals him or not.
And then I'll try doing it too.
It does not.
All right, and you're dragging it from Orag to who?
I dragged it from myself to Oreg in the combat tracker. It basically is not picking it up as a drop heal. That's
If
the only problem I see with the hit die is that there's
All right,
no
so
way
if you
from the
drop
player
it
to
into,
spend it.
yeah, there you go. You drop it into chat, and then you should be able to
But
grab it from there.
it applies to
Oh, did it
Oreg.
apply it to Oreg? Oh.
Yeah. Spending it will always apply it to you. Be easier to just
So,
create an action that rolls.
Yes, but can you then right click on it and say negative?
well,
Nope.
yeah, you could fix it.
Yeah,
You
it's just work.
Well, the other thought is does it burn the hit die? Do you both get the benefit?
well, that's why you went back and said it could only be used out of combat, but like during a short rest. But what would be the purpose then when you can use your own during a short rest?
Right, but
I mean, if it
now I
doesn't
can.
burn the hit die, that's crazy powerful.
Yeah, I would
Like
say it would have
you
to
10 to more
burn a
kill,
hit
and then
die.
No,
you
no,
Yeah.
10 to
I
him,
mean
and then
it.
10 to him, and
No, I'm saying it burns the hit die, but it applies to both of you. You get your hit die, and he
oh,
gets that hit die as well.
so it's a shared healing.
Yeah, it's shared. You guys are. If you don't need a hit die, you could still give your hit die to somebody, right? But if
But you
you
have to spend
use
it
your hit
on
die and
yourself
you're
as
down
well.
10 hit points, you both get 10 hit points.
That works.
And then that
It
burns it this way too. You still have to burn it, and now you can probably drag that to yourself as a heal, right? Or drag that to whoever S, right?
Nope, it's not working for
It
me.
doesn't work, no.
It may
It doesn't.
require the DM to do it.
No, I just drug it onto you in the combat tracker, and it didn't do anything.
it's gonna make short rests take a little bit longer as we're all like, okay, if I use a hit die,
Well,
then I can use it and heal you, and then
that would be the
So
other thing to look at too. Is if you're both going to benefit from it, then why would you only use it on yourself during a short rest? You would always want to use it for you and somebody else.
yes.
Yeah, but realistically, let's think about it. How many times have you guys taken a short rest this campaign? 10 times?
I like you can use it in combat once per rest. Um, and it's a touch thing. It's a transference of life essence from one person to another.
Yeah, I think
And
So it's like a
it would
heal.
be better if we used it during combat and you subtracted your hit die from you. Say if you rolled a hit die and it's 8, you subtract 8 and give that 8 to somebody else.
And I think it should be
Marley or
limited too. I think it should
Marvan, you're
be.
thinking like a paladin's lay on hands
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking originally when I thought of it. Is you guys are giving up your hit points to somebody else. You're transferring the blood basically, or I was kind of thinking you guys would bite each other. I don't know, but I was like, that's why I wanted to come up with. I think that's thing kind of corny.
I don't think they
And we
want to
got
be bit by S.
we
They
got
want to get
werewolves and all
poisoned
these
as well.
undeads, and yeah, he's got fangs and
You
So
puncture
we
marks
could
everywhere.
and
we
and
could use
Orag could take your fingers. Oh, sorry, I use your finger back.
we could only use one hit die that way uh, per short rest, right? Or per rest.
Um,
Like if you used it in combat, you couldn't use it again until after you've taken a rest and earn that hit die back.
I'm thinking that you guys could just transfer as many hit points as you want back and forth out of combat. Right? So Marley's down 10 and Dalgron's full. Dalgron can give Marley 10 of his hit points. That's kind of how I was thinking.
Okay, so you don't have to be taking a short rest in order to do this. It's like after a combat we can do this
Right.
and then take a
in
okay,
combat.
okay.
But
Yeah,
in
you
combat, maybe there's a, there's a it's got to
In
be an
combat, you
action.
have to roll for the amount of hit points transferred. It's not a you get all of them or something. I don't know. Or are you just thinking that it takes your action?
No, I think in combat it's D6 per action, but out of combat it's D6 per round. That's how much you could. So we'll treat it like, what's that spell? The beam comes down and everybody gets in a line and it gets their D6 per every time they step in it.
Healing
Oh
spirit.
yeah.
Healing spirit. So let's just treat it like healing spirit, right? So D6 per round in combat, D6 per round, and out of combat the same thing. It's going to take that long that you guys to transfer the healing. So I think that's a fair way. I mean, it's just splitting hit points around the group, right? Making the group a little better. You're not getting more hit points in the party, right? And then eliminate the idea of the hit die and all that. So it's just a transference of hit die. And I like what Marbanya said, that you guys got to, touch each other, shake hands, or put your foreheads together, or whatever. But it's a touch, and each of you has your
Morkel
own
can
way.
actually do it from 15 feet away with his tongue.
Well, yeah, Morkel can do that, and for for
Orig can too on
for
his turn
Orag,
from
you
10
have to
feet
put
away.
your
On my
finger in
turn
his
only.
mouth, or he won't do it. You have to stick your finger in his mouth, or he won't do it.
I can do it with my whip. Wrap it around her neck. 15 feet away.
So it's a D6, not your hit die.
Yeah, D6, just like the spell, spirit. And we can probably, I'm sure Matakiri would type it up in a little thing for us, or somebody would.
But is that is it? So you're saying it's going to take our standard action to do 1d6 hit points?
In combat? Out of combat, then it's just D6 per 6 seconds it takes. So if you want to use 10d6, it's just going to take a minute of you touching your friend, or somebody has their finger in your mouth. However you want to do it. So
Is there
just
any
like
modifier to that?
for now,
So I
no.
could use it because I can use my whole action and heal 1 hit point. I hurt 1 hit point and Morkill gets 1 back.
Yep.
Right.
So Morkel's got 2 death saving throws. He's laying there almost dead, and you can give him 1 hit point back as an action.
Right. Ain't nobody got time for that. He'll live. He'll be okay.
I got bronchitis.
Man, it's pouring hard. I can hear it like loudly through my headset.
There's a storm headed your way, I think, man.
There's a hurricane out there. I think it's probably going to be a category 4 too at some point. I took all the stuff out of my shed that needed to be cleaned and spread it around my courtyard, like the pressure cleaner hoses and all that extra crap, some coolers and shit. So it's all out there getting washed too.
Something like that.
That seems fair.
Inverse vampiric heal.
So it's not the mental.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I would probably be okay. What do you guys think is a bonus action? Seems a little
That's even better.
looser. Like you'd want
As
to use it
Yes.
more.
a heal as a
and-
bonus action
Yeah.
is yes, is
Because it's
Yes.
only 1d6. If it was a lot more,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, if it was
it
a
would be
hit
worth
die.
So
an
I'm
action.
cool with that as a bonus action. You guys can.
Because my healing word is a 1d4 plus 3
And
bonus
this
action.
is
Yeah.
a step into what's going to be happening later. So it's kind of wimpy now because you're just figuring it out. But the other things that's going to happen later is you guys going to have some kind of I want to call it regenerative ability, but it's different than that, and I haven't totally got it in my brain yet. And when it happens, I'm going to be on the precipice, and I'm going to have to make a decision. But if one of you dies, something's going to happen.
Does the
Things.
d6
we become part of the
increase?
force.
Does the d6 increase at all later?
We can
Uh,
kill Oreg right now if that'll help.
Does this may change later? Yeah. I mean, there is
Yeah,
a
based on
chance.
level.
Maybe based on how it works and if we like it and if it's cool and you guys want to try to make it better, yeah, I'm cool with that. Or do we? It changes into something totally different, like you can give somebody a temporary 1d6 ability points or something. I'm open to ideas, but we'll see how it goes. Because 1d6 now or 2d6, does it really make a big difference? All right, I gave you 2 hit points instead of one. But what would be neat is 1d6 plus one per level or something like that. That would be nice. So suddenly you go from 1d6 to 1d6 plus 6. So, but you guys are just now learning to use it, and we'll see if it comes into play. If it happens once or twice ever, then what's the
Well,
point in?
the level thing starts to get scarier as you get higher levels because you're losing those hit points.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
know,
like,
what?
wait,
All right,
I
you're gonna
forgot I
suck 12
leveled and
hit
I didn't
points
do
and
the
you're only
math
down
right.
3.
You don't do the math right and you're unconscious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I like the
those are
idea of
thoughts, but
specifying the number rather than a roll, but I get the reason for rolling as well.
well, it's D&D. You got to roll everything.
Yeah.
I wasn't even watching chat. Did anybody say anything? No. Okay, good. We are streaming, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, there's I actually made some notes on a piece of paper, so that's what I keep looking at.
So it's
Yeah,
life
let's see.
transference, really, is what it is.
So we're changing it to
Uh,
bonus action, right?
yeah, it's a bonus
Yeah.
action. Um, and yeah, whatever you guys want to call it, I think it's more of a shared healing pool. So, um, life transference sounds good to me.
Yeah.
They're Wonder Twin powers.
Touch hands.
Wonder Twin powers.
Everybody touch your hand.
So there is another couple of things that's going to happen, but one of the things that one of your characters has noticed is Morkel. You being on in touch with the Feywild a little bit and being out of the mythal for a little bit has given you the idea that you think with your ability to manipulate the weave a little. You know how you can kind of tweak that weave a little bit?
Yeah.
You think you can proc the roll on the table from Marley.
Like I can trigger it whenever I want.
Like,
Or
you think, yeah, like up until
Wild
how many
surge.
times it allows you to manipulate it now? What is that?
uh
Proficiency bonus or something?
yeah, proficiency bonus is what we said. So
So,
3 right now.
so instead of what it does now, it you can also try to have him trigger only him, but trigger the surge.
That yeah, all right. That's interesting.
I mean, that's not always a good thing either. So, but
Oh, I'm all for chaos, man. The more
think
chaos, the
you,
better.
well,
Oh
that's the
good. That just gave me
spores.
permission to do it. So thank you.
Yeah. So I don't know if the rest of the party knew that Morkel could manipulate a wild surge if he was within 30 feet. He can do it to anybody, but it really would come into play with Marbania's character mostly.
Yeah. It just hasn't come up yet.
Well, it's come up once, I think,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Maybe you weren't close enough. I think it was like right at the edge of some. I forgot, but
It was something good that happened though. When it
well, he triggers a reroll on the table, and then
oh
I get to decide as the DM what his character would choose that would benefit his character the most out of the reroll, right? So if the
Yeah.
roll was everybody within 20 feet turns into a halfling, and the other roll was Marbania turns into a halfling, he's gonna choose the Marbania one, then he get affected. You know what I mean? So stuff like
Well,
that.
hopefully Marbania doesn't turn into a halfling, but
Well, if it's on a wild search table,
yeah.
there's a good chance it's on there. It's there's
Marley
ten
might.
there's 10,000 of them on there. There could be a Marbania turns into a halfling on there. You
I
never
would
know.
love to see a Marbania halfling.
Oh, that'd be the best game of D&D ever.
A Marbania turns into a halfling and a giant whale lands on him and kills him. There we go. With a potted plant
Big,
Yeah,
nearby.
big
not
giant blue
Marley,
whale.
Marbania.
Yeah, Marbania. It's on the chart. It's on the table. It's
Live
possible.
on stream.
10,000.
I show up every Tuesday for this. Anybody who's, you know.
You love the abuse.
So back at Dr. Troy's, let's kind of get back into the idea here of Dr. Troy's map. Wait, it's right here on the map.
So we're done with Rat Map.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
You guys are over here. I'm gonna clean up the combat tracker. Actually, you guys are gonna get a long rest too.
Dun, 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 dun.
So let me delete all these dead guys or non-hostile. How do I use Fantasy Grounds? I forgot.
S would like to do some player's handbook type shopping if
Delete
that's
from
allowed.
delete all non-friendlies. Delete only foes. See, that's confusing to me. What all non-friendlies or in all friendlies? What's a
So
foe? Is a
all
foe friendly?
non-friendly means you're neutral and red, yellow and red. Only enemies means only the red.
Uh, what what does it say that? Delete yellow and red and delete red. It would be
All,
clear.
Your
all,
team could change the red to green to purple to whatever.
right. All
Oh, theme can.
non-friendlies is neutral, faction, and hostile. Um, so Morkel takes the Famunda cheese and scatters it around our property, right? So afterwards, Marley spends at least an hour continuously prestidigitator on him to get rid of the stink because this just, I've got
Before he
Um.
comes back into the house,
Seeped into his pores.
So you guys,
I'm like a dog that got
you
sprayed by a skunk.
no, not at all. Actually, you guys
tomato
realize
bath.
that somehow this blob doesn't stick to your skin. It doesn't
the
penetrate
smell doesn't
anything.
come off on you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It stays with the cheese. It could be a little teeny piece of cheese in this. So if it's little pieces on you, it's fine. But the smallest the pieces would be the smallest of the breakdown is like rice. So it's pretty easy to keep them off of you. Just kind of brush it off or wipe it off. But it doesn't. The funk doesn't stay on you. It doesn't smear. You think
Man,
it
I
might
couldn't.
be a bunch of miniature maggots or something maybe?
So one night, my wife and I had gotten into bed, and I thought, I'm just gonna get up and have a little snack. And I'm going and I'm digging around in the refrigerator, and I found this aged Swiss
Oh, you're breaking
cheese.
up.
So I aged Swiss cheese. Did you get that? I
Yeah,
found it in
yeah.
the refrigerator. So I rubbed and rubbed and rubbed it all over my hands, and I came back to bed. And I'm like, honey, I said, I don't know what's the smell, and I kind of rubbed my hand like right on her nose. She's like, oh my god, you had your hand up your ass or what? She didn't know what the hell it was. What the hell is that?
So so if you fart and pull the covers over your head,
The covered wagon.
it's called a dust. A, no, it's called a Dutch oven, right? It's farting
Right.
under the blanket. Is it?
Dutch oven.
So if you Swiss cheese your hands and rub them on your wife's face in the bed, what is it called then? Is that called a Marbania? What do you call it?
I
A
don't
It
know,
Liam?
but
will
It's a
be from
Liam
this day going
McGregor. It's
forward.
a what is
it's
it?
it's if your wife has a good sense of humor. If not, she's got a good sense of humor because my wife has a really good sense of humor, but The look on
Wow.
her face, I thought she was gonna kill me, man.
All right, there's your long rest. So if your wife doesn't have a good sense of humor, I think it's called
Don't try it.
premeditation. I think it's called premeditation.
Yeah, don't go to sleep after you do that.
I think that's the official term, premeditation. I mean, you can premeditate your own murder. Trust me, it's been done.
Let's see.
All
One
right,
day.
yes. I'm sorry I didn't answer you, Manicure. Yes, your characters are free to purchase anything in the player's handbook. Um, and you guys are learning the city a little bit more lately. I think I would allow you guys to purchase any uncommon potion.
Even
Let's
potions
see.
of climbing.
Really?
Even potions of climbing. A matter of fact, for every 2 potions you buy at regular value, you get a third free potion of climbing. No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
Some bunch from Baldur's
Where's
Gate
the?
just showed up. Bunch of potions of climbing. Said they've been to hell and back.
What happened to my little? Oh, and we're also going to give you guys a week to go shopping and to
Oh,
do your things,
cool.
do your so today's
That
the
means
6th day, 16th of Tarshaka. I don't like when there's multiple consonants all blurred together like that don't make any sense. But so a week, which is 10 days technically in Forgotten Realms. Wait, the 16th of Tarshak. So a week puts you guys to the 26th. And the moon is crescent. And let me fast forward, and we'll call it, just to keep this right, you guys are having brunch. It's 10 o'clock. Wait, how does this thing
how
work?
many days?
Hold on, I'm about to push it. If I can change the time here.
10.
Yeah, a week, 10 days.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use one on this, and yay, I've got impersonations. You have completed this activity.
All right, there it goes. Sorry. There and there. Did it work? Oh, hold on a second, guys. I don't know what that noise is out there.
A fucking hurricane, man.
No, it's loud, whatever it is. I've got to go look out the window. Oh, I can't see with the light on. I want to make sure there's not a freaking tornado coming this way. I can't even see out the freaking window. The rain's hitting it so hard. All right, just stay with me, guys. I'm going to walk downstairs. That scared me a little. The whole building shook.
That ain't good. So you said we could buy 2 uncommon potions?
Any number of
Wow.
uncommon potions.
Are you sure the hurricane didn't turn? Is heading on me? What is this?
Greater healing is uncommon.
What do you mean, wow?
Wow.
You walk downstairs like to see if there's damage, and you go, wow. It's like
Yeah, there's like
your neighbor's house gone or what?
2 inches of rain on my courtyard. Water on the court. It's like a pool out there. And the raindrops are the size of buckets. No, that was thunder that shook the whole building. Because I know where my dog's at. He's under the bed. All right, I'm back. Sorry. All right, what were we talking about? Oh, I was going to look at those potions before I open my mouth. What am I giving you guys?
You said
Access to?
uncommon potions.
Oh, wait, hold on. This thing's flickering.
Medicare, how's this work again? The like forgery kit. Um, like to get proficient. Is that gives you proficiency in forgery? So
Uh, I think it just allows you to use your proficiency bonus when you're proficient with it. And the idea behind all the kits is essentially if you're proficient in the kit, then you can add your proficiency bonus when you're doing something related to that kit.
Okay.
So the potions
Uh,
that I'm saying that you guys can get are potion of animal friendship, fire breath, giant, hill giant, greater healing, growth. Now you can purchase poison. Actually, I don't think you guys need to purchase poison. I think that S is going to be
he gives us
harvesting
a
it, right?
sample in a jar every now and then.
Have you started harvesting like regular poison yet? Have we discussed that? And then also potions of resistance and water breathing. So those are all uncommon magical items, and I would allow some skill challenge to reduce it from 500 gold to lower to see how well you can negotiate or persuade or steal if that's the way you want to go. So if you guys got some creative way to lower the cost of these potions from 500 gold, I would be uh, happy to entertain the audience with it, or you could just flat out just buy them for 500 gold and move along. Did you guys need a list of those? There, it's on the magic items by rarity table.
What's the limit? As many as you want.
Your gold? How much gold do you have? Jesus.
Mm.
Have I been that nice with gold? Do I need to start having like a bookworm that eats gold pieces come out and or the $5,000 teleport? What was it that we had to pay in Empire of the Golds? That's a classic way of a module to get rid of freaking gold is freaking 10,000
Right
gold
after a
pieces.
dragon took your
Yeah,
magic items.
I mean that was all in there too. That's what sucks. Wasn't the
Well, the
DM was
dragon
a
wasn't, but the gold was.
well the dragon thing was though. I mean those are things. They're real.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they
sorry.
were. It was a random encounter to meet the children. I made the meeting with the mommy myself.
What is this table you put in there?
That's every uncommon or common potion.
I never heard it. What's a watchful rest? And I
Oh,
guess that's the
those are
only one.
from.
I don't. Oh,
Uh, that one's from Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
watchful. That's the only one I don't recognize. I think.
Potion of Comprehension is also on there as
Oh yeah,
common
comprehension.
from Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
So what does watchful rest do? Is that in? Is that in? Can I
Uh,
look? Is that in Fantasy Grant? Can I look that up right here under items?
if you open up Dungeon of the Mad Mage, but
Oh,
here's what it does. You stay awake during a long rest and gain its benefits.
so the all the other conditions that meet we're getting a long rest still apply though, right? Other than you stay
Yes.
awake.
Yeah,
So
you
you
stay
can't do
awake
combat for whatever time frame,
for an hour.
and you can't exert yourself. You know those rules still apply other than you stay awake. Okay,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem that bad. So, I mean, does it say like Jolt on the side of it or on the bottle? I mean, freaking Mountain Dew. It's no dose.
Red Bull.
I mean, I've taken the effect of that. 8 hours though, man, I would be so nauseous.
Yeah, the only odd ones are that bottled breath, which is you breathe out a gust of wind spell.
Yeah, I don't see any problems with any of those. The common ones are going to be 50, and the uncommon are going to be 500, unless you come up with some other way.
Potion of Advantage.
It takes an action to use it though, so it's like True Strike, right?
Well, you gain advantage on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw within the next hour that you choose.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So you can drink it for essentially a free
I thought you
inspiration
drink
point.
it as an action and get advantage.
No, it's an hour. You get to pick which one you get advantage on.
All right, so it's 500 for the uncommons, right?
See, senor,
Hmm.
500 gold. So there is a potion lady in Waterdeep that's still here, believe it or not. The DM's slacking on his freaking cleaning up shit. I still got the wear out there. I should have unshared that with you guys, but you guys might be back. He
You should
might
make
go
a
back down
potion shop, and then we
there.
could just shop.
I could.
Yeah.
I didn't. Where's this place at? Corellan's Crown, it's called. What does she got? Oh. So I'm gonna describe this character or this NPC to you guys, and then you guys can tell me who you think might have negotiated prices with her. So her name is Fela. I'm sorry. It's I don't know. Fela Lafleur, a herbalist and member of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians, still operates out of a kind of three-story townhouse. Um, it's actually uh, right here, just below Troll Skull Alley, near N77, in the in your zone. the the top of the building and like hanging out the windows and all the top balconies and even the roof are plants, right? Just herb gardens and plants and all kinds of stuff growing out of this thing. Uh, but she's a wood elf. She's got, I keep saying she. Farla Laffinger is an outgoing wood elf with long braided hair. Like the elven god Corillon, Lorelithan, Phala is neither male nor female. Is referred to as he or she. Phala gently requests to be addressed by the name as they. So don't confuse anybody with all this. They uh, or somebody knows in the party. So
Hey Drake, can you drag a couple of potion or just a potion of greater healing to the party sheet? Because that's not one that's available to us. The 6th badge. How come there's 5 of them in there?
because none of you took them out yet, because I made them and forgot to tell you. So you each get one. I think I even attached the image to it too, didn't I? All right. Yeah. Items. Potion of greater healing. Why am I
Yes.
cap lock? I tell you, Fantasy Ground does not like backspace when you're searching. Party
Because it
sheet.
has to reinitiate the search
I
after
know.
every character
Well,
deletion.
at least it really doesn't screw up until you get down to like 3 letters, and then it really starts acting funny. So if you keep your
Yeah.
backspaces to like 5 or 6, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Potion of greater healing in the party sheet. LMNOPQ. Okay. Any other ones that I need to put in there?
Awesome.
since I'm here? Or are you guys still looking? What's a potion of magic liquid? What the hell?
I need a potion of water breathing.
This liquid smells and tastes like vinegar. When you drink the potion, you regain one expended spell slot of any level. Wow. It's a common magical item. All right, what did you say?
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
all I'm taking.
Org is getting
What?
Potion
3 of them.
of water breathing. W.
Yeah.
Water breathing. I tell you, if I get disconnected, it's because the power went out. It's bumping and thumping out there. And since my generator's in the shed out there, not hooked up to nothing, yeah. Potion of water breathing in the party sheet. ID'd. ID all. That's a handy extension to have. ID all.
No longer
It's still for sale. You can buy it right now. Wow, that's a long one. Huh?
I thought he delisted it.
He was
Not
showing
Rob
it off
delisted it.
yesterday. On Sunday, sorry.
It's
He was
not.
talking about it, and I'm like, I didn't say anything. I didn't want to point it out.
It's
I'm
built
like,
into the
I didn't say
rule set
anything to
now.
it. What I mean, if I had it turned on, would it like be a double over the top of that or something?
Yeah, you
I
just
don't.
have two
I don't think they
buttons.
got it in the same spot. I think yours was a little bit higher. I think.
Yeah, it's a different location, but yeah.
Yeah. So if you want a different ID button on your party sheet, then Manicuri's extension is only $2. You can have a different button. You would have
Does the
both, but it
exact
would
same
be
thing.
two different ones. I think yours was greener or something, or more solid or something. It doesn't look exactly the same to me.
I used their image, so
Are you sure that's the same image?
I'm
I mean,
pretty
I'm gonna
sure.
take a screenshot of it because I don't think
Well,
you.
you're
I don't
using a
think you.
different theme than the other theme that I use.
I'm using the same theme that I've always used though, and it looks different to me. So not a lot different, but slightly. Where'd it go? Why is this water breathing in our ears again? All right.
Oh, because I spent.
I know. I
They
was
added
complaining.
a little white background to it.
I can't hear
Yeah.
sirens getting. What's up with that?
I just had the button, the circle right there. But that's the exact
Yeah.
image I used.
Okay, so yours was a PNG and theirs isn't, basically.
No, they just have the control layer, one layered on top of the other. They have the same image layered on top of another thing that's sitting right behind it.
So 3,567 gold pieces in the party. So you guys could buy, 6 or 7 potions if you wanted to. So everybody could at least, on average, have one potion if you wanted. So yeah, I think the negotiation needs to commence then, doesn't it?
S isn't
And-
buying any potions. He just spent his money on plate armor.
Oh, did he get a suit of plate armor?
Mhm.
What does this plate armor look like? Let's take a look. I know what it looks like. I have a picture of it already. Your character's wearing it on the
Scaly plate.
where do I what do I have that image called? Sometimes
He
I
wants
just
to
go
make a shield
blank.
or coat his shield with that Hydra hide.
Oh, there's not enough S's on my S. The Brute Child S. Here it is. So he doesn't wield his pike as much, but we do see your shields back here, right? Is that your shield in the back hanging off your hip?
That was a backpack, I think.
Oh. It could be your
Yeah,
shield.
now he uses the laser lightsaber and shield, but other than that,
But that's your armor, right? You're getting it
Mhm.
red tinged like that too.
Definitely.
I like I like the little wings and stuff on it.
A little snake helmet like a cobra hood flares out.
Oh, I'm getting the text messages. You live 20 miles from me. You're telling me to be safe. Oh, I just got an alert.
Oh, I just heard the alert.
Where'd it go? How do you get back to your alerts on an iPhone? Oof. Hmm. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Probably a silver alert.
I hope
We have
there is
those
a
in
later,
Florida.
man.
Do you guys
Silver alert.
do you guys know what a silver alert is?
Oh
I
We
yeah.
had them in Virginia.
It's a
yeah.
Florida thing. It's an elderly's lost.
Like the Amber Alert for kids,
Right.
It's
Silver Alert
just
for
like
old
that,
people.
except it's a 76-year-old male and a Toyota Supreme license plate. You know,
With a body wedged in his
76-year-old
window.
Florida man.
There was an old 90-something-year-old dude pulled up to the Sunshine Skyway toll booth one morning that goes from Tampa over to, St. Peter's, and right across the bay, and he had a body wedged in his windshield. And he pulls up and go pay his toll. The attendant's like, "You've got a." He's like, "Well, something fell out of the sky back there." No, he hit somebody on the side that didn't even know it.
the problem is he was paying with his credit card. That's the problem. That was the biggest problem.
Yeah, let me dig it out of his wallet real quick.
Nobody rides for free.
No, I thought it was pay what you want ride. What's that? They have that where you hook up with people, carpool kind of thing. I thought it was a carpool. So no one's really wanting to buy a 500 gold piece potion.
I bought two of them.
I
That's
bought
why I had
the
you put those in there.
water breathing. That was a 500.
Oh, okay. You guys are making it easy on the DM. I don't have to figure out who you're negotiating with and lower the price because none of you decided to do it.
Yeah, I bought two potions of greater healing, 500 apiece.
And you're not going to try and negotiate that
Okay.
down?
I didn't know we could. I was not. I must
So
have been
sort of
reading when he said that.
You're the
the last three
negotiator.
times. The last
I
three
started,
times.
did you? I was probably reading, trying to figure out what some of these potions did, but yeah, I'm one track
You got
person.
the charisma.
Yeah. So what do you take for these? There.
So are you talking to the druid?
The potion keeper. Yeah, the greater healing druid guy.
Fela?
Yeah, Fela, because these aren't really. I mean, I'm looking at the clarity's not
Fela
quite.
says,
The bouquet is not. I just don't.
just call me Fela, please.
Yeah, insult them. That's a good way to go.
Yeah, Fela. Because
Tell her
this
the
So
is
potion sucks.
failing to make me
is
think it's worth 500.
is Marley gonna like suggest that they're lower?
I wouldn't want to dupe our neighborhood potion dealer. No, no. I would just try to persuade them to sell them to me at a lower cost.
All right, give me a
To
persuasion check.
us.
Um,
I'm going to use my inspiration at all of these. I mean, if we're all shopping here, these are 500 gold piece, and you
no,
got a water breathing, and I'm thinking,
no, she's out of water breathing if you say they're for that fat
well, it
dwarf
was.
over there.
I'm kind of negotiating for everybody if I could do that.
Bulk price
Oh,
discount.
so when
Yeah.
you went there, Dalgron didn't go, and he gave Marley a shopping list. Is that how
Is
it
that what it
happened?
was? Well, if that's the case, I'm going to use my inspiration and give a persuasion roll.
All right, so nothing spectacular. So you get the potions at her regular price for Troll Skull residence, which is 250 and 250 for the potions.
Nice. So I'll take 500 GP back. Same for Dahlgren's potion. Anybody else's potion that
Yeah,
I bought on the shopping
the
list, they were
the
250 instead of 5, right?
yeah, the potion, she's got potions of greater healing and potions of water breathing, both for 250.
Okay.
Healing and climbing for 50, and she actually has a potion of animal friendship for 125. If anyone's interested, she's like,
Mm,
I, they say I've lowered the price several times, and no one seems to be
No
interested.
animals around.
Yeah, I mean, does it work on were creatures? Yeah, yeah, it depends on the day. All right, so we need some kind of direction for the DM for coming up. What are your characters thinking and wanting and interested in? You kind of seem a
Well, we
little
have to
interested
turn in.
in. Go
Did we
ahead.
turn in the fact we were tasked with going to find these rats and stopping them from mass producing this stuff? Did we turn in that quest over these 10 days?
You could have, yeah. I mean, we
We-
can do that if you want before the end of the night. If you
Sounds
guys
good.
want to go over to see
We can
General
see if he has
Gonzalez in the
anything
fort.
else.
well, I don't
See if
think we
Yeah.
want to be like trying to take care of these bugs in cages, you know.
I would think you guys would have done it like the next morning or something, right? If you did it,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
get these damn bugs out of here. They look like they're gonna die. They might not even make it the night. That's kind of how you guys were worried. But
Throw
yeah,
a couple of spray
um,
rats.
but General Gonzalez asks or if you want, kill him, or he'll have it done. He doesn't. He wants him dead. He says those bugs they need to die. It's like he wants to say something, but he's biting his tongue.
We all kind of agree that there's more to General, Garbanzo Beans, Dr.
Yeah.
Troy than meets the
And he
eye. Maybe we
smiles
need
when you
to
say
start.
that and says,
Does he?
"Indeed, there's more to me than you know, but you'll
What an
never know
ass.
this way." He's always been able to read your thoughts. You've known this.
So I'm going to keep one of the bugs if he's going to try to kill all three of them.
Uh, he
I'll bring one back to the
he wants to know why. Why
thing
do you want to keep one?
because it would be beneficial to have something that can keep us under the radar of the undead.
Always
He
trying to
says
figure out why he wants them dead if he was raising them.
he says these bugs will not benefit you at all for being hidden from the undead. At least not immediately. It, if that's the only reason, I don't think you should keep them in case something happens and these things get out. It's not worth the discovery.
We will be happy to kill them for you then.
He says your presence amongst the undead. And he kind of looks at Dalgron and says, is easily hidden. And I sense that his power to do so is becoming greater.
It's not anyone else's business what happens outside of this city, especially the were creatures. Actually, he would say the lichens.
The true, or just
f-
all the lichens?
Well, the true are the only ones that could use it for sure. So definitely don't want the true to know. Lucian especially. Who's the leader?
So if he won't let us take them back, then I will kill them and then offer to take care of the bodies for them.
He says the incinerator in your basement would do a nice job.
Absolutely. And when we get back, I'm gonna harvest all the silver from their forearms so we can make more weapons.
No, it is it's their little silver. Well, no, these don't have the silver yet. That silver was
The
applied.
biggest ones.
Yeah,
Oh. Somebody applied silver to them to kill lichens.
and and they're invisible to undead. So it's kind of funny if when you find out the answer, but you guys haven't gotten there yet.
Does he have anything else he wants us to do?
He says the recovery of parts off of the ship, and he points towards the mountain, is proceeding. We do have a slight problem, I foresee. Is these ships, for them to function properly, they have what's called a helm, and it seems that our good Obaka has decided that this helm needs to be secured in an area that I don't have access to. So, I might need you to recover it eventually.
Well, that's just my game.
You would have to go in and get out undetected. Because if you got caught, then it would change our plans dramatically.
We do much better at just killing everything on the way in.
In and out of where?
It's in the palace.
Except for there. We don't really.
He says, I don't know exactly where have been using some of my time to try to find it, and I haven't located it yet. However, for now, I think we need to think on passengers. Who is it that you want to put in the ship with you?
You're looking at them.
Well, for now. And he kind of smiles and he says, "You each would have your own rooms if it was just you guys, and no other seats. But I'll leave that
Do we know how
up
high
to you."
this thing can fly yet?
Oh, does he explain to you this? I think your characters would probably understand the concept of spell jamming. He says, fly as high as you need to. It's
Then
a
Schultz
ship.
should come with us.
It's it's a ship.
Schultz.
It's to go over
What?
200 feet. Yes, that's all we need to know. Is that what you're talking about?
Shove him out. Okay.
He
Yeah, sure.
says he says Schultz is not is not. He says no lichens can leave.
I don't believe you. We should test it.
I said they're more
Like,
than
let
happy
him
to.
out.
He doesn't want. He doesn't want to take Schultz with him. If you say you want to push him out of the boat, and he would agree, that's okay. Yeah. When we leave, Schultz's time is up. I wouldn't think you would want him to have such a quick end to things.
We could see if he turns into one of those ravens.
We can see what happens if we crash the Mythal.
Let's see
That could
what
be fun.
happens if we drop Schultz through the Mythal.
Or just when we leave,
Gravity still
destroy the
works.
Mythal.
Mythal or not, the gravity still works. He's going to fall 200 feet and take bludgeoning
Let-
damage. And
Let's wrap him in adamantine
his
armor
resistance doesn't
first.
help him because we learned this from Azaka in the Tomb of Annihilation that she doesn't like. Oh, that might be a spoiler. Don't hire the guide Azaka because she's the worst.
Okay.
Did you run Tomb of Annihilation?
No.
Then you'll get it when you do. She's one of the guides in town, and she's a were tiger.
I wanted to hire the
Don't we work with
tieflings.
her in our Chult campaign?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's a were tiger. She's in Tomb of Annihilation. She's a guide, and she's too scared to go up Firefinger, which is this huge tower, because she's scared of the heights. Because if she falls, she could die. Because she could take damage from the fall, where she doesn't if it's a stick or a sword, or unless it's magical or silver. Just like these guys. So that's a good way to kill them is you just drop them all 200 feet or more because it doesn't matter. Terminal velocity is 200. 20d6 is it for falling damage in D&D. Now, if you shoot them out of a cannon, I might down towards the ground. I might increase that just because it's fun, right? 20d6 plus 20. Yeah, because you shot her out of a cannon. But other than that, I think I'm looking to give you guys some time. Unless you guys got anything immediate. I'm
Uh,
thinking like a month of downtime.
I think we need to be like, if he can read our thoughts when we're away from Dr. Troy or General Gonzalez.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, if when you're talking when you're away from him, you're gonna have this
Yeah,
conversation. Okay, I got you.
have a
Okay.
conversation away
Yeah, yeah.
from him.
Go ahead.
That
All right. Do
we
I
need,
cover my
we
ears
need
up?
to,
Nah, nah, nah. Yeah,
we just need to try to investigate him.
you want to investigate
Find out.
General Gonzalez,
Well, I mean, he's
or you
not
want to
really General
investigate
Gonzalez, is he?
right? But he is General Gonzalez. He's in the role. Everyone thinks he's General Gonzalez. The only people that don't know he's General Gonzalez are you guys.
Well, I find it funny that he doesn't want anybody. It's like the world is trapped here in Waterdeep, and he likes to keep it that way, and he wants to, destroy the what's
Well,
left of it as
uh,
he leaves.
as
It's
a reminder, he has told you already that he is at war with a race of beings off of this planet,
okay.
right? This does that sound familiar to you guys? Did I have a
I,
dream, or
I didn't.
I think you guys knew
I don't
that, right?
remember hearing that.
I
Uh-uh.
said I didn't know the race of the beings yet because the Spelljammer book hasn't come out.
Okay.
I
Okay.
remember that.
There, see, there. I kind of got a better idea of the race. It's the insectoid psionic race, the Nagi or Nagi. I haven't read it much, but that's the race that he's at war with.
Why he doesn't like Kruthix because they're insectoid?
No. Well, that could be too. Yeah, I mean maybe, but there's another reason he doesn't like Kruthix, and it's hilarious when you find out. But he also said that the people that he's helping fight these insectoid creatures are massing armies of undead to fight them. And that's what this planet was for, was to build the army up of undead. And the city is stopping the completion of it because it's not complete. It's not 100%. He didn't complete his job yet. That's what you guys understand, that he's here to help the undead.
That's new.
So he's growing the undead.
Yeah.
No, he's not growing the undead. He doesn't grow undead.
So we could at least figure that out in the next month. That hey, he's actually helping the. We know that now. Is what you're saying? Is this information is known to us?
I think that you guys have kind of pieced this together. Yeah, I think your characters would
Okay.
know this right now. I mean, in the next few days, you're like, wait a second, you know, you're reading him. You can kind of read some of his little initial thoughts too, and he does not want to destroy the undead. That's not his goal. He
Sounds
wants to
like he
use
wants
the
to destroy
undead
the
to
mythal.
fight the
Yep.
the insectoids. What was that, John?
It says it sounds like wants to find a way to destroy the mythal because that'll allow the undead to flood the city and
He would
Complete his
love the
job.
Mythal to come down. I mean, you guys got that sense already. If the Mythal came down, he would be like, but it looks like he doesn't want it to come down right now because he's holding back because of you guys. It looks like he's trying to get you guys off the planet. He's building a freaking spaceship. And he just told you get a room and you can take whoever you want with you.
we need to
So, I
find
mean,
somebody worth taking.
you're getting the impression that, if the Mythal came down and you guys could get off the planet, he wouldn't give a crap.
So have you guys met anybody even remotely close to being someone you'd want to take off this planet with you?
Ido?
Morkel, maybe.
No.
Maybe.
He looks around at the rest of you. Nope. That's pretty funny right there. I think you should get
Ki-
inspiration. I really
Yeah,
do.
right.
I mean, you got to put 2 stars up there at least till the end of the. We get 6 minutes, so
I, nobody in this town yet, really.
I mean,
Howard Cosell?
you want to take the insectoid guy with you? Yeah, that would go over well. I think it's Scorpion. CK?
Yeah, that
The
little rat thing.
no, the halfling.
Yeah, the rat looking halfling.
Oh yeah, yeah, he is kind of rat looking.
No,
But
he was just a little pain in the ass.
just keep in mind as players, you guys know that this is a tier 4 campaign. So you guys are level 6. You're not getting off the planet anytime soon.
Right, right.
Building up
So
to it.
I mean, that's the end goal is, you know, the I can that's my envision is the end goal is you guys whatever happens to the planet is what happens based on a lot of what you guys do.
So I guess over the next month, I would also realize what he was talking about with the walking with death feat feature,
Yeah, um,
because I didn't really knew if I realized I had that feature yet.
yeah, you got it. Dalgron can put a pass without a trace basically on you guys, and you're hidden from undead. So it's pass without a trace to undead basically. Walking with death. But the other thing that he's going to discover once you guys start, if you guys start messing around with the undead or whatever, is he's going to be able to use his channel divinity um, when he uses this walking with death ability. He'll be able to, if the creatures fail their saving throw, uh, they're destroyed. Right? That's part of his channel divinity or turn undead, basically.
Destroy undead. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got destroy undead. So if they fail their saving throw, they're destroyed
Right.
within 30 feet. But his channel divinity for a light cleric that he chose, and being a child of the Black Ice, he's going to be able to cause the ones that make their saving throw take 2d6 plus whatever it says on your channel divinity in radiant damage. What's it on your channel divinity? I don't have your character open.
Radiance of Dawn
Yeah, your Radiance of Dawn, it
is
gives damage 2d10 plus your cleric level on failed saving
right.
throws.
Yeah, 2d10 plus
So
cleric level.
so he'll be able to, any creature within 30 feet of you that fails their saving throw is destroyed, and the ones that make it take 2d10 plus your cleric level on radiant damage.
Nice.
So, and you can use that how many times? Your
Um,
twice.
I think it's channel divinity is twice. Well, no, once for long rest. I think it is.
Is it?
Let me see.
No.
Abilities,
Channel divinity should be
channel divinity.
twice, and then you'll get a third use of it. I think at level 10 or something like that.
Yeah, beginning sixth level, you can use it twice between rests.
Yeah. So yeah, short
So I
rests.
need to change that. I've got it set at once.
Once on a rest. Yeah, twice on a rest now. You just leveled, so. And there's another thing I was looking at too that I think we need to discuss on Marley. What was we talking about? I sent it a couple of links. Your what was it? Let me look back. That's why I sent it to Maticuri. We didn't really talk about it. I just put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. I
Your
was gonna say I haven't got any links, but yeah.
your magical inspiration, right? As an option, I think it comes from Tasha's. If a creature has a bardic inspiration die from you, so you given your die to
Uh-huh.
somebody, and cast a spell that, if they cast a spell that restores either hit points or deals damage, the creature can roll the die, they can spin their die and choose a target affected by the spell and add the number rolled as a bonus to the hit points required or regained or the damage dealt. So if you give your hit die to somebody, it actually gives them,
You mean bardic inspiration die?
yeah, your bardic
Yeah.
inspiration die.
Yeah.
So if you
And
give
So
I,
it
it
to
gives them.
Dalgron when he casts a heal spell, it gains the bardic inspiration in addition to the heal spell.
Right.
right, or if you give it to Morcal and he uses a spell that deals damage, then he can roll that die and add that to the damage. How do I?
Well, that works for me. You
That's
guys will find that
that's
I
a
tend to hand those out pretty quick in combat. It's like I
and
hand
that
them out quick, and then you guys use them or don't.
and that's a that's called magical inspiration. It's on your sheet, and I'll share it with you guys. So if you guys want to make a note so you remember it on your sheet. And the other thing was, oh, beginning at 5th level, You regain all of your expended uses of bardic inspiration when you finish a short or long rest. I hope you know that happens now.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was
font
only
of
on a long rest.
inspiration.
Okay.
No, that's
Oh yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
just got that at 5th level.
Yeah, that
So that means
happens
you can.
automatically.
So with your mantle of inspiration that you've used a couple of times, but I want to point out that now you can use it 4 times per short rest. Your mantle of inspiration,
Really?
and as a bonus action, you can use yourself and up to 4 other creatures, and you can give them 8 temporary hit points and allow them to immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed without provoking attacks of opportunity. So you can do that 4 times per short rest, and you give them 8 temporary hit points when you do so. Because when you
Nice.
reach 6th level, it went to 8.
Is he a
Or I'm
glamour
sorry,
bard?
I'm sorry.
Man.
Yeah, at fifth
Yes.
level it came to 8. Yeah. So and temporary hit
Nice.
points, you know, are huge. I mean, that's 8 points of damage that gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 4 times per short rest.
Yeah, so you became a little mini cannon for a little bit. You become a mini cannon. If you're an artificer, you would get it.
Yeah.
I thought Valtrix would. He's a little slow over there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Been sick for like a week, so
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
little slow on the uptake tonight.
You do look a little pale, but I thought you had just another light on or something. So we're pretty much wrapped up, but that's a couple of things I noticed looking through your character. I was looking to see who was psychic, and I'm like, wait a second, I don't think Marv's been quite using this to its potential.
Yeah. The mantle of inspiration, I didn't know it had went up to 8.
Yeah, and
And
now
plus it was only once per day, I think, before
no, it was as many times as you could use your bardic inspiration,
inspiration.
but
Yeah.
that's increased too,
But right.
and now it's every short rest. So the combination of that, it makes it pretty baller. Plus,
That's all
Sven's
right.
gonna take advantage of it anytime he gets. He's gonna be, are you gonna use that? Are you gonna use that? Are you gonna use that? Because he's good like that.
Mm.
Um, and the other thing I want to discuss is is Sven, your character a little bit. Everybody else kind of got a little bit, but what did you get, or what direction is your
I've
stuff
got
going in?
rock.
I think I took a peek at it too. Let me get to your abilities real quick.
I'm
We're gonna
looking to get forgery kit. Working toward that.
Oh well, then I won't do forgery kit. I gotta change that then.
That's what I've been working on this whole time. Still
Uh,
have
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your
right.
black ice
Mm,
abilities that's happening. Let's see, what do you got? Oh, mutate form. Is the biggest one you got. All right, I was thinking that your mutate form not only allows you to use the disguise self, but I think it would also give you the ability to reduce or enlarge yourself now.
per the spell or just
Mm,
flavor.
No, I think it'd be easier just per the spell, right?
Okay. Nice.
That way we can use the coding and it gives you the bonus to the or the negative to the damage or the positive. If you shrink, you get a negative 1d4 to damage or something.
Right.
And if
When
you
it's
get
cold
big,
outside.
you get extra, and it's cold outside. But I think that's kind of how that mutate form's working with your character. And also, what you're realizing is the black ice can store a charge. You guys have been
Of
experimenting with it of magic. Different magic have different effects. Necrotic, radiant, even sunlight has an effect on black ice. So you guys need to start experimenting with it more. So
okay.
you can charge up black ice with necrotic energy and it releases as magic. right? So that's what's happening is somehow you got affected by necrotic in your combat somewhere, and it put a charge in it, and then when you attacked with it, it released that charge.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and then you could put different combinations of things in it too. Um, if if you do necrotic and you charge it fully up and then expose it to sunlight, stuff happens. So I'm saying there, and some things aren't good. Like when I was in the army, the lithium batteries that used in the Prick 77s, they didn't say they exploded, they vented violently. So stuff can vent violently. So all right, let's do it. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Is there somebody we gotta raid? Where's the big raid button? It's over here. Raid channel. Let's raid whoever Prometheus is. They're playing Dungeons and Dragons. They're in my list, so I don't know who it is, but we're gonna start a quick little raid, and we're gonna say goodnight to everybody. I hope if you watched that you at least stuck around and enjoyed it. I know Engorgio fell asleep 20 minutes ago, and he went to bed an hour ago. So, but we're getting out of here. Where's my raid go? Okay, see you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.
Good
We're
night.
raiding.